Oh. Hi everyone.
Hello.
안녕하세요. let's show off our Korean 101. She's like, I actually quit. 안녕하세요. 저는
안녕하세요.
졸업합니다. 처음 뵙겠습니다. Actually, not even 처음 뵙겠습니다. That's like if you first meet someone, right? Come on, we gotta know a little. We gotta know a little.
I just say 안녕하세요. 저는 Jasmine입니다. Oh, whatever. I don't need people dragging my pronunciation, so I messed it up on purpose.
Well, here's the thing. I really hate people who be hating like that because, like, no one's gonna be good off the like bat, right?
It up on purpose.
Like nobody's gonna like when they first start learning any language immediately be immaculate at the pronunciation. So people who come for you for like pronunciation, if it's not just like a gentle "Hey, friend, this is how you actually say it," they need to shut the hell up,
Mm.
and that's on
Yeah.
period. But hey, Jasmine. Hey everyone in the chat. Long time no exist, but that's okay because we're back. Jasmine, what have you been up to?
I helped my dad build a gazebo
Dang.
over the weekend. It
Huh?
was not by choice. Originally, people were supposed to build it, but then two people didn't show up to work or something, and then
You had
they
to
called my
help.
dad and were like, There, well, yeah, then my dad was like, I guess we'll build it because we wanted the gazebo to be built. So we built it. It wasn't like,
Dang.
it's not like the most fancy, like the wooden, it's like metal. So it was like not too bad. But yeah. I also went to a food truck festival.
Ooh. Was it like a specific
I only
theme
went,
or?
I think it was a fundraiser, which I didn't know until I got there. And my friend put in food for the fundraiser or whatever. And I was like, oh, was I supposed to bring something?
I wasn't aware.
Whoops. But yeah.
That recently happened to my mom too. There was like she's a nurse, so there it was like nurses week or nurses day like a couple of weeks ago or whatever. And so to celebrate it, all like her coworkers and stuff like that brought each other gifts and stuff like that. And so she had no idea. So like all of a sudden, like I guess she like checks her like locker or whatever and there's all this like stuff there and she's like so mad because she's like I didn't know, so I didn't get anyone anything and now I feel like they all just think I'm like, antisocial. They feel
Mm.
like I just didn't do anything, but I had no idea. So I'm like really mad right now. And I was like, I'm like, shoot, freak you. So like,
Yeah, I'd be mad, but also be like, thank you.
be
Thank you so
taking
much.
that. But no, that's really awesome. Like being able to build anything. I feel like that's super handy. Like even if it's just like an IKEA desk or something, I
Yeah,
always am
I
super
like building
impressed.
stuff.
I'm super impressed with people like that.
I also built a TV console on Sunday.
You also
Oh,
built your like laptop. I mean not laptop, your PC.
my desktop. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're so cool. What will I? And I did nothing per usual, so let's just skip that. I don't exist. No, it's been boring. Like I really haven't did anything. I've just been being messy on Instagram and I've been trying to upgrade my streaming setup. Um, Other than that, I haven't been doing anything. But how is everyone? Yes, I did say it was Thursday. It's actually Tuesday. Wishful thinking on my part. Um, oh, hi everyone. Um, yeah, can you read Hangul?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was like what we learned in 101. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just wondering.
미국 사람이 you're American?
안녕하세요. 저는 미국 사람이에요. 이름은 티안입니다. Oh wow. Hello, Tian. I actually learned to read Hangul before I took Korean 101. Like I learned it
I,
on my
I did
own.
the same.
Yeah, right? It's so useful if you're a K-pop learn it if you stand K-pop. No, like in general, I feel like it's very useful. Like I'll always say if you're a new K-pop stan, immediately just learn the Korean alphabet. It will help you like to get stuff without having to waiting for translations and stuff. Be able to like
Yeah.
identify your group's name on lists and things like that. It's very useful even if you don't go
Yeah.
past that. But I just wanted to learn how to like read Rain songs and stuff. And it's useful for pronunciation too, because
Yeah.
I don't know who created the romanization for Korean. They need to go back to the drawing board, because the way that they decided to romanize that stuff is so confusing that it's like if you just have the Hangul and really know what letters they're referencing, it makes it so much more
Yeah.
easier. Yeah.
'Cause it's not like English
Yeah.
where things change.
Exactly. Like it's just like because I know like the English language has certain rules and they change a lot, but I feel like I don't know, especially with certain sounds that you just don't use in the English language a lot, like and stuff. It's very hard to write that in a way that if a native, I guess, English speaker saw it, they'd be like, "Oh, that's how you pronounce it." I mean, that person did
Yeah.
their best. I'm not gonna come for them unless they sent for me. Um, Oh, wait. Okay, only Tian says, have you seen Black Swan is looking to add 1 to 4 new members? So you remember who Black Swan is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Didn't they already have like 5 members?
I think no, they have 4 right now.
Oh,
Um,
because they lost one, right?
Yeah, the one girl who got the gambling thing. Or what was it? Not gambling spons. Some dude was trying to give her money and he said she was trying to
Oh
rob him.
yeah.
Remember? I was like,
Yeah, no, I remember that.
get money, sis. No, just kidding. Yeah, I guess she just laughed. Well, I remember her contract was up anyway, so they're just like,
Yeah.
no scammers, please. And so I guess they just yeeted her out the group. But why? Like, I actually think like I was kind of like I watched. They had an interview with Edward Avila, and I know people hate him. Oh, well, let me not say that. I know people have mixed opinions on him, but I thought it was hilarious. I thought they really shined, and it kind of got me interested in like watching them more. And I feel like the 4 of them have great chemistry. So this is about to be a Tiara situation
Really?
if they try to add another member.
I didn't even know that Edward Avila still did stuff. So
Oh, he is very active, and he still be getting like them interviews with like a lot of K-pop groups. Like I don't know why, but I guess newer K-pop groups, he's like the show champion of interviews, I guess, because I feel like all like newer, maybe less known K-pop groups, they always do like an interview with him. Like I guess their agencies just send them there. Yeah, I don't know.
mm.
I've seen some of them.
Everyone's got like good views.
Yeah, I think they get. I think the I definitely know the Black Swan one had like decent amount of views.
Yeah.
Um.
Hmm. Not know that.
Oh, Christine said he did one with Purple Kiss. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's just like the it boy for like having those type of interviews. It's kind of cool for him.
Somebody pointed out that the names
What names?
on yours on the screen.
Oh,
on the
I thought nobody would know. The names are so similar. It's literally one off. But yeah, unfortunately, I have a different setup going there today. So I was like, I used this old overlay because it was the only overlay I had. I haven't had the chance to make a new one for Daily Dose, and I was like, oh, I can't switch the way I'm recording it. I can't switch. So unfortunately, refer to me as Jazz and her as Jay from now on, and that's on period. Um, yeah, and we kind of switched husbands, I guess, too. My
That's why
man.
Shaman looks like that. He's looking at you like, what the fudge?
He's
Who
like,
that?
where's Jasmine actually? Dio doesn't even care. He's just cheesing. All right, that's why I'm dumping
Because he
you.
likes me too.
I'm
He's
dumping
like, I'm
you.
okay over here.
Um, have y'all also seen that Gina is supposed to have a comeback? Fans are trying to fund her somehow for her to come
Who?
back. So Gina, she was a solo artist. The only thing I remember her from is like Black and White, but she got into a scandal because during when like the whole talk about uh artists like idols having sponsors like became really big, she was accused of having a sponsor, so that kind of like put a damper on her career. So I guess, I mean, I didn't read about this, but I'm guessing they're trying
Oh,
to have a comeback.
I've
Yeah.
seen her name before.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It wasn't only she had more stuff, but I just remember the Black and White song and this really good song she did with Jay Park. But I mean, that's good. I feel like fans, put your money with where your mouth is if you want your fave to come back. But hopefully, because I don't know if the stigma about what happened back then is still there or people have gotten over it. Because I kind of forget how old that whole situation was. Um, But hopefully people gotten over it because I mean, I forget what the issue
Oh.
was, honestly, specifically.
Wait,
The
charged
black
of
and
prostitution. What?
wait,
Is
what?
that her?
I think so. It was like a sponsor type situation. If I remember, I'm just trying to think
For
like I don't have.
prostitution. Prostitution sponsorship.
Well, it's sponsorship, but that's the whole thing about sponsorship because people kind of see it as prostitution because it's like, oh, you're in like a relationship with somebody. Maybe it's a little bit seedy in order for them to get you roles or give you money. I don't know though. I don't know if it went past just an accusation or it was ever proven that that
It
was
says she
happening.
admitted to charges of prostitution
Uh,
in 2016.
Black and white, now black and white. We're cutting to a commercial break. She was the first female solo artist from Cube. Kiana was a solo, but she came from for a minute. Was she? Dang, I'm getting some how yeah. Well, I know that Gina she like debuted a while ago. Like we're talking like early second gen, but I didn't know it was that early. Let me check. Let me read some tea about Miss Gina. I also remember she was one of the girls in that like infamous girl group that was originally supposed to debut with Yubin,
Was it Five
Hyosun
Girls?
from yeah, Five Girls, Hyosun from Secret, Gina, I forget who else was in that, but it was like then they ended up splitting ways and all became like super famous on their own right. Um, but that's such an unfortunate end. But I mean, I like to see like, fans giving support in order to like have their fave come back. I feel like that's cool. I hope that works. I hope it's successful. I know that's what Eyes One fans tried to do. They tried to raise money, so I guess they want to have to
Yeah,
disband. But I was like, it's not
which
a
still
money.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not money that's the issue here. Um but yeah, I hope that works out for her. I mean, she admitted to it. She paid her dues, I'm assuming. I don't know if she went to jail. But hey, LD, what's up? But yeah, it would be nice to see a comeback from her. I don't know. I'm very nostalgic for like older generation groups and artists nowadays. So I think
Yeah.
I'm always just like, oh yeah, everyone should come back. Somebody mentioned something about is After School coming back? Are they doing I think they're doing some type of reunion thing, maybe a reunion performance.
A
Oh,
high school reunion.
oh, that would be clever.
Which
They're doing a special performance. Are they just doing it on like Inkigayo or is it like for a specific thing? She said the reason why she went down that path was because Cube had stopped funding her and left her in the wind. And from day one, she was always complimented from her body. It's really hard to comment on stuff like that because it is unfortunate if she felt she had to go down that road. But again, it's like, I don't know, the hustle, the grind. I don't know. What do you think? Like about doing something like that? Because it's not like it's bad, obviously. Like I don't want to encourage people
yeah.
being like, "Oh, sleep with a man or sleep with a man for a little bit of money when it's sad and
Uh,
stuff." Anyway,
yeah.
don't copyright me, but
I used to
yeah,
like this. Love that song.
it's unfortunate, but it's also like sometimes like it kind of reminds me of like that whole OnlyFans debate where people are like, "Oh, if you do OnlyFans, your dignity is down the toilet and you might as well like you're a, like, hoe or whatever." But then it's like these OnlyFans girls are like, "Oh, can't hear you from in my Tesla in my mansion."
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, it's hard, but that's
Yeah.
just unfortunate. That I guess
Yeah. I mean, it's up to them.
that's
As
true.
long I mean, it sucks in her situation. With OnlyFans, it's like at least they're like, oh no, I'm just doing this because I want the money. Well, it's like for her, she was like, I want a career and I need money to have that. So I will therefore be with these people.
hmm
So it's kind of like, yeah,
It it
worse.
it kind of just makes me annoyed again with companies because it's just like we get like a lot of these situations where people like get casted or whatever by this company, maybe they do good, maybe they lose steam, and then the company's just like, all right, throwing you on the back burner. So that,
Bye.
yeah. And it's like they're stuck in this. I think, like, getting dropped is not even as bad as just being kind of stuck there where you're still on contract, but they don't want to promote you because they don't think it will be successful. So you just kind of have to sit there and wait it out and waste your good, like, wonder years or whatever. Like, those, I hate companies. In conclusion, I hate company. um, Oh, Andre says, "Hey Andre, they're doing a MMTG YouTube channel. It's only like 5 members: Kahi, Raina, and Becca. Oh, dang, Becca! This is a throwback. I think they're doing some nostalgia type thing. Okay, they're going to perform Iroke Tuli or Diba. Uh, my friend and I were just speculating how easy it was them to disband, like so on. Oh, okay, sorry. Well, actually, with that, let's get into the topic of the day. I'm going to start with Butter versus Dynamite, and then we could probably go to the Gfriend thing because I think it's going to take a lot longer to talk about. Um,
Mhm.
so, as many of you guys know, because I think we actually did talk about this on a previous episode, supergroup BTS have debuted or released a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago. I actually forget when it is, but they debuted their latest track. It's a full English track called Butter. Kind of people are just like kind of like saying it's like the sister or the follow up to Dynamite, which was a huge English language smash hit they had. So I guess we can just get right into it. What did you think about Butter, Jazz?
It was all right. Yeah.
A good, a good, all right, or I'm never gonna listen to that again. All right.
I mean, I've heard it. I mean, like I listen to a radio station every morning and they play it. They
Oh,
played it
dang,
the first day it came out. But they're
dang.
like I think they were the first or one of the first radio stations to have them actually like on the show.
Ah, okay.
So like yeah, so they're when they played it, they're like, "Oh, we love BTS," you know,
Was it Ryan
whatever.
Seacrest? Was it Ryan Seacrest?
No, but it is the same station.
Ah, okay.
It's Elvis Duran.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I remember that interview. Dang. Oh my God, throwback. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was like 2018, 17. So would you say particularly it's better or it's a step forward or a step back in comparison to Dynamite?
I don't even know. I think I like it more than
Sideways.
Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're both similar in that they're good. They're just like good pop songs to like listen to.
Okay. So like nothing to write home about, but not like like okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's
how I feel
fair.
about it. Like it's a good like summer song,
Hmm.
but it's like I don't know. It's not like it wouldn't it's not my top so far.
Do you think that it has the potential to surpass the success that Dynamite had? Or is it just kind of like,
Maybe because I think they probably got more people who listen to like will listen to them since Dynamite was like so popular.
hmm
So maybe people who were like, "Oh, Dynamite was pretty good," maybe there's something to them, and then they'll like listen to Butter and be like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty like similar. I
that's
like it."
That's actually something I didn't really consider. I think a lot of the times one of the reasons why BTS I feel like can keep getting successful is because they get more fans every single comeback that will then kind of fall in line with the kind of like streaming and things like that. So that's kind of true.
Yeah.
I feel like just on because it's interesting I think as a BTS fan who was like very like avid back when they were like just breaking into the US and remembering how like stans had to like beg these radio stations for airplay and like they were fighting just to get 1 week in like the top 10 and stuff like that. So to see like it's kind of weird to see a 180 where like it's like Dynamite obviously was like the first like huge single where it was just like literally chilling in the top like 10 for like the longest time, but now I heard that
Mhm.
they're like for like their debut, they're like duking it out with the Olivia Rodrigo girl for number one. So it's weird to see how easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's doing really well in terms of that. Like they're about to fight Spotify because apparently it was like breaking some Spotify numbers, but Spotify wasn't properly like or one of them sites wasn't like properly, like, I guess, reflecting that in the streams or something. I don't know. Listen, don't come for me unless I said for you. But like something like that. So it's like interesting how easier it is. Like just you saying that like the day it dropped, it was played on the radio station. Now I know that like has more to do with like radio deals and things like that. But like I remember where it was like people were trying to like fight to get it played on like local high school radio stations, and now it's like these huge stations are playing it,
Yeah.
you know, immediately. So it's just kind of crazy to see how much they've grown. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the actual song, I will say like I actually quite liked Dynamite like a lot. Um, I think the chorus of this song's better than Dynamite, but I think that's kind of where, it ends in terms of like how I like whether I think the song's better than Dynamite. Initially on my stream yesterday, I said that I don't think it's gonna do as good because I think like Dynamite and Butter are very similar, and I think that's on purpose because I think they want to recreate the massive success that was Dynamite. But I don't know. I just think that lightning doesn't strike twice like that, at least not within like a similar way. Like maybe if they went
Mm,
completely left and like did a whole different type of genre or something, I could see that maybe blowing up. But I think doing something
yeah.
similar and expecting like a better result is, I don't know, I don't see that working.
Yeah.
But again, like you said,
That's
there's
true.
more fans in general, so who knows?
How does the chorus go? Because I can't remember. Like all I keep hearing is smooth like butter.
Na,
Dun,
na,
dun, dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun.
na, na.
And then for some reason I go into that the Jason Derulo song that I told you that it
Yeah.
reminds me of. Now I keep hearing that chorus come after that, and I'm like, girl, da da da, I want it, and then I'm like, that's not the song though.
It's like a
Like,
sidestep
no.
right. Oh, sorry, y'all. Sidestep right into my beat. Or no.
Okay, there we go.
Sidestep right left to my beat. Highlight the moonlight with me,
Okay.
baby. Yeah, like that.
Okay, yeah.
Let me jump into chat real quick. Tian says, I haven't heard it yet. Some fans are anti-fans are saying Hybe is going to give BTS not so great song to gain interest in their new boy group ID. That would be so dumb.
Yeah.
I get it, but like I feel like a lot like okay, y'all are gonna hate me. BTS stands with me. But I feel like people love to complain about their company. Like they love to do that, right? That's like a tried and true K-pop tradition. And not saying that there's not like that big hit is perfect and they do everything right and they're just like, whatever. But I feel like they haven't really fumbled that bad. Like at least recently, because I know like the whole like there were some scandals like a while ago that people feel like they didn't handle very well, because I feel like their old like method was just don't talk about it, but then there was that
Mm.
issue when it got really big because they didn't talk about it. But I feel like that's like the tried and true, like when your group gets big and older or whatever and more stable, the company starts abandoning it to focus on newer groups or whatever. And I feel like Big Hit knows, Hybe, whatever, they know they'd be stupid to try to give BTS less attention, less effort, less X, Y, and Z. Like, they can't do that because literally BTS is that. Like, literally, when you think BTS, you think Big Hit and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I think a lot of people are waiting to see, like, SM-esque abandonment, like, of, like, the older group for the newer group. And, like, you didn't see that
Yeah.
with TXT. I don't think you're gonna see it with this new group. And I'm pretty sure that isn't the new group like a hybrid between like isn't that that collaboration that they're doing
Oh, and
with
hyphen?
is that I thought it was like well I know in hyphen, but isn't there like a new
There's another
group?
one.
I don't know. Like wasn't there a thing where Hybe was like I don't know, maybe they are
I
talking
know
about
in hyphen it's like they're a hybrid, I think. They're from that show.
oh Island, yeah. I forgot are they
Yeah.
like officially on oh I guess they are. They're actually like a on the same
I
label as
think
Big
I
Hit. I mean as
I don't know if they're
BTS.
under, I don't know what they're under. I know they're actually under like the whole, what's the difference between Hive and Big Hit now? I'm so confused. I don't get it. I
So
feel like you've explained this to me in other streams, and yet I still have forgotten. And
the
I can't grasp it.
the gag is, unless I have recently looked it up, I forget too. I'm pretty sure what it is that Big Hit like music label is the actual music label, and then Hybe is like the big corporation that has like the music label and a bunch of other like labels under it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat because I
Yeah.
probably am because I am a clown. But yes. Um but yeah, I just feel like people want that drama of being mad because BTS is going to be thrown to the curb or whatever. But I just don't see it
Yeah.
happening because as it stands, like there's no other group that comes close.
Yeah.
And like, why would they just, it didn't want to make sense to do that because it's like, it's their money. And I know like people are
Yeah.
going to be like, well, did it make sense to do that to EXO or Super Junior? And I know that's true. Anyway, I don't
I
know.
also don't think I don't know.
No, what are you going to say?
I was gonna say I don't think EXO really got pushed to the curb. I just feel like a lot of things happened and then like they had to go to the army. There's like so many things that happen with
Hmm.
EXO and I think they're kind of an older group and I feel like that's another thing that people need to consider is that when you're an older group, it's like you've been doing group stuff this whole time. Sometimes you just want to take a break.
That's true.
Just do whatever you want
That's
as a
true.
single person. So it's kind of like if they're getting less songs or less things, it's like it might not be because of the company. And it could be, I don't know. But it could also just be like at that moment, they just didn't feel like doing a group thing. They just wanted to do their own thing.
That's true. And I feel like a lot of fans have a hard time coming to that idea that like it's not always the company, like it's not always the company's fault why, your fave doesn't have a lot of lines or why they're not coming back or why they don't have a solo. They might just not
Yeah.
want those things, but I think it's easier
Yeah.
to just be like, "Oh, the company's doing this" because it's weird to confront the idea that maybe they don't want to come back 3 times a month or not a month. Yeah, 3 times a month like they used to do when they
Oh
were
God.
rookies. Etc., etc.
Yeah.
Um, I read that. Okay, Andre says I read that Spotify is trying to stop zombie streaming. Spotify is having a lot of problems with K-pop songs for some reason. Oh yeah, I remember when they like took off a lot of K-pop songs or something. Um, the part of Butter I heard reminded me of another one, but it's the dust. Oh, like the boom, boom in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Andy says, I know that Olivia Girl is doing well right now, but Dynamite also had competition when it came out on top. That's true. That's
What
true.
was Dynamite against?
Wasn't it last year was the summer of like Say So and Savage and things like that? So
I
there's
thought Say So was earlier.
I really don't know, but I know that there are a lot of hit songs, so I think that is true though, that there was a lot of competition. But I feel like there's a lot of hype with this Olivia girl because not only is
Yeah, I was
she
gonna say, I
like
feel like it's not that high as the Olivia girl.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people are putting their eggs in Olivia's basket. Like
Also, I think she's already number one.
I think she did
Uh-oh.
have a number. I mean, live
No,
driver's
I mean like
license.
I think she's right now like number one.
Oh, wait. When did Dynamite come out? It's not this week they would be tracking for,
I
right? It's for next week. Billboard
I
Top
thought
1.
I just heard something that she was number one for Good for You.
Oh, okay. Good for you is number one. But I don't know if this is a track, like the tracking week for that
I don't know what that
Butter.
means.
It's just like the week where like they actually calculate like your streams and stuff like that and based off that. So I
Okay.
forget how it worked. They only released it Friday. Yeah, so when it would be they would be duking it out, I guess, for next week.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that's good for them because with the hype with her album release and everything, I think it'll be it's crazy though how this Olivia girl's taken off because like I feel like she just started being a thing and now she already has two separate number ones. Jeez. This is like Billy
Yeah.
all over again.
Only I still don't like I feel like Billy, I don't know.
You don't understand Billy's hype or
At least
understand
I
Olivia's? Oh.
Olivia just I don't know.
It
I
was like
get that she was on Disney and all that,
mm-hmm.
but I was just like it's still there's plenty of people that came from Disney, but they didn't get a number one. Like she broke so many records so quickly after getting one single, and I was just like, that just seems what the
Yeah.
heck? How? Like Billie at least released songs and was like, all right, but they weren't like a thing. And then she got like, then Bad Guy became like this huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like she came out with driver's license, and I was just like, who? Like it was like everywhere, and people were like, yeah, Olivia Rodrigo, and I was like, why are we saying her name like we all know who she is? But like now I do, but like before it was like, what the?
I think it's a mixture of like I think it's literally just great. I think it's literally comparable to what's happening with Brave Girls now. It was like a
Mm,
situation, word of mouth. Like it shows how strong like word of mouth promotion can be because I think it's like a
yeah,
couple people heard the song. There was that whole alleged backstory where it was about Sabrina Carpenter and Gen Z Troy Bolton or whatever, and that kind of
yeah,
fueled it and kind of then like the songwriting was really good. She was a great singer, and then it just
yeah.
propelled like everyone being like, "Have you heard this song?
I
Have you
also
heard this
heard
song?"
something about like the Taylor, like apparently she had like a Taylor Swift cover that was really like that Taylor Swift commented on, and then I think that a lot of what are they called, Swifties?
Swifties, yeah, Swifter
Like
investors.
I guess they were like they took her under their wing, and I guess they
Ah,
also contributed to all that, which I didn't. I just read that recently, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense because I was like, this is so weird.
yeah. I mean, it was really abrupt, but I think with driver's license, since I was kind of like in the pop spheres that like are really about catching like new music and stuff like that, I kind of saw, I don't want to say I was there before it was cool, but like I kind of saw the rise a bit. So I kind of understand it a bit more, like all the like makings that were so, and she's like, Gen Z pop queen or whatever. So like I feel like they were looking, I mean, no shade to Billy, but they were looking for like a new Gen Z pop queen with all like the Gen Z crew. So they're just like,
Mm.
queen. But I really do like her. Like I like the fact that like I think she's cute, she's fun. I saw the she had one of those Vogue like makeup. I love how this has become the Olivia Rodrigo podcast, but she she had like one of those like Vogue watch me do my makeup, and I thought it was so cute because it was like she wasn't really using a lot. It was like, mid-tier makeup application skills and stuff like that, and I think it was like really fun and fresh for like the teen crowd. So I mean, I think it's
Mm.
awesome. I just hope like all this immediate success isn't like overwhelming for her because like I feel like there's a lot of people who had that immediate success and then it didn't really go anywhere or it was like pressuring the top. But I mean, her album seems to be doing good, and I think that's really impressive when you can sell people on a whole album versus just like a couple singles. So I think she's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I think it's cool that she's keeping like a low. I mean, I don't know. She just seems like nice. I already have seen kind of like the hate trains for her, because people just don't like instant popularity. So hopefully that doesn't get too bad. But yeah. You know who I also want to talk about? That Bella Porch, that girl. She released a song called Build a Bitch. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I listened to that only for Valkyrie. I don't remember what it sounded like. I'm gonna be honest. And I feel like wasn't it 2 seconds long?
It was literally 45 seconds. I blinked and it was these short ass songs. This short ass song trend is annoying me. It's like I know y'all want your streams. What are you gonna say?
That's one thing that I was gonna like. I wrote down stuff for like my first like thoughts on like the BTS song, and one of them was like, "Why was this so short? Like, was that because of streaming?" I was like, because I was like 3 minutes. That's a little, huh,
it
sus. But like, also, at least it ended properly, so I can't complain.
I think it's so crazy how like just a couple years ago people who were like blatantly doing like tactics to try to get themselves high on Billboard. They're like, "You whore!" Like I remember people used to clown Ariana Grande because I'm probably wrong about this, but I think she was the one of the first ones to start that trend of doing eeny teeny like bite-sized songs for streaming
Mm.
purposes. Like I remember Seven Rings was like 7 seconds long. It was so short. And so like now I feel
Is
like
it?
it's very short. It is very short. And Thank You Next is pretty short too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very short.
Oh my gosh, wait. Oh, huh. It feels long though.
Yeah.
Like,
There's so
it
many
feels much
parts. Because
longer
I
than
keep
that.
replaying it because I'm like, I wasn't a bad enough bitch at this part. I have to redo it. But yeah, it's like these teeny teeny tiny songs. And I'm just like, I feel like a lot of the way that songs are being released, at least on like, Western side, it's very much like to be like, okay, what will do best for streaming?
Mm.
and making
Yeah.
these tiny songs. But yes, it's crazy because for that Build a Bitch song, the music video, which I think has like some type of break, like at the end, like moment, it's literally it clocks at 250,
Yeah, I
and
was just looking at that because like
I'm like,
what? Even
girl,
250.
just make it a jingle and go. Like, what do you even? I'm
Also,
scared.
it almost has a billion views. The heck? It was just released last week.
Wait,
How
a
does it
billion?
almost have no, not a billion. 100 million.
Oh
Sorry.
my God, that I almost screamed. I was gonna say Jesus. She's like popular though. I feel like all the TikTok girlies have like the ability to go viral so easily because people are super.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, BTS for Butter, they broke a record. They got 100 million in a day. Over 100 million
Oh,
a day.
really?
Yeah, I was scared.
Is it bad that I just kind of like
Don't care about
for the
views.
YouTube the YouTube views? I'm kind of like, all right, they're just gonna beat it again and again, and it's kind of like, all right, cool. Like when I listened to it on the radio and that they broke the record, they were like, and guess who they beat?
Yes,
BTS
yeah.
themselves, and I was like, wow, okay,
Wait, Blackpink
get
is no
it.
longer duking it out with them. It's been a while since I paid attention to YouTube
I
records.
don't think they released anything between Dynamite and this.
Blackpink didn't recently have a song.
Only Rosette.
Oh,
Rosé.
okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's so funny because we were talking about this yesterday, during my stream, and a lot of people had the same sentiment. They're like when we know there's a lot of like stream parties and like tactics going on and stuff like that, it becomes less impressive. So it's funny you brought that up. But I mean, I agree. I kind of like I think what kind of made it less fun, and I'm not army who are watching this. I'm not trying to shade them, but like I think the fact that it just became, between Blackpink and BTS or BTS between BTS, I think it got boring. Like not saying that it's
Yeah.
not impressive, but it just got boring because it's the same people. So,
Yeah. Especially when there's so many other artists that are just as big. And it's kind of like, how are they not in this game
oh
with you guys?
yeah, that's
It's
true.
kind of like, all right,
That's
I
true.
need more of these people like coming out of nowhere and just being like, all right, they won. Now
Yeah.
it's BTS's turn. Now it's Bella Porch or something. Now it's this. Just something.
I think that's part of the reason of the appeal of like Olivia Rodrigo too, because it's like this new person who's able to like set all these records and get all this attention. I feel like people are always obsessed when there's new, like same kind of thing with Brave Girls and things like that. When there's some like fresh meat who steps up to the plate, I feel like people would get like extra obsessive because they're like, okay, here's this new
Mm,
person, so it's not the same five people winning the awards. I think that's part of the reason why
yeah.
the end of the award shows aren't as fun either, aside from if you're like invested in like rookie awards and stuff like that, because like you always know like the big
Yeah.
ones are gonna go to BTS, which is not to say they don't deserve it or anything. It's just that when it gets predictable, it's like it's not that interesting. I want y'all to
Yeah.
fight. No, just kidding. Oh.
We need like another EXO BTS moment where there's another group that's just like
You're
they're
acting,
fighting for it.
you're asking for top tier toxicity.
But you just said you want them to fight. That's
Yeah,
it. That's the
you
only
know.
way.
I was
I mean, I
kidding.
don't, not that EXO needs to do it. I need like another group versus them, like
Well,
versus BTS,
it,
like how it was for EXO versus BTS.
it's gonna have to be on the girl group side because I don't think the only person I
Mm,
could see maybe going toe to toe is somebody who releases like a really good solo song, like a really popular solo. Because I think that's the only way. Because as long as BTS is still like the global premier global group, I think they're always gonna get the Artist of the Year Day song or any like overall day song, and then nobody's touching them really with
mm,
album sales, so they're always gonna get the album sales one. So I think the only way somebody has a chance is if they do the Artist of the Year. But even then, it's like as long as they get the other two, nobody's gonna care. Like I don't think
yeah.
people will be salty because they got three instead of like four or whatever. It seems like we're
Yeah.
just trying to rile up army or something. Oh God. Um.
No offense to BTS, they're just too good. So,
Hey everyone who recently joined the chat. We were just talking about our thoughts on BTS's Butter and like kind of like the records that it's been breaking and how well we think it's gonna do for this comeback that they're having. I've been missing some of you guys' comments. Um, I don't have a very long attention span, and if the song is bad, why would I torture me by making it 4 minutes long? Honestly, maybe
Wow.
that's what people think is they're like, well, if it's bad, somebody will at least like listen to a 250-minute bad song and stream it once.
Wow. Wow.
Listen,
Another tactic, another way to think of how they're doing it.
that's kind of I see the vision. Bring back SNSD in 2NE1. Oh, did you hear that Dara is leaving YG Entertainment?
Oh yeah, I thought I sent that to you.
Oh, okay. So you did. Yeah, I was
Yes.
excited. I was very excited because I think that 2NE1 comeback that people have been preying on, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I think now that she's out of YG, I think it's a lot more realistic than it ever was.
Could they do that under their name though?
I definitely think YG's the type to be like, all right, $4 million per letter, a
Yeah.
la
Per
TLC.
letter. 5 million per number.
5 million per what is it? What is syllable per syllable? Um, but I really hope that that means that they can yeah, I don't know because it's like not only that, but like would YG allow them to sing their old songs and stuff
Oh
like that?
yeah.
Who knows? But I hope they do something because I definitely think that that is a group that, everyone really misses music wise, but that would be great.
Mm.
But if you mean like to bring back 2NE1 and SNSD rivalry, for sure.
No.
I'm ready for it. That was very toxic. That was very toxic.
Ready for that, but not the BTS
That was catastrophic. Maybe it's because I was more invested
episode.
and I was like, so why can we just get along? Because I like them both. And it was just like literally, it was like a personality trait for them to fight. Like it was just like
Honestly, it was.
the girls are fighting again. Like it was just anything, anything. Oh, I think with SNSD and 2NE1, maybe because I wasn't as invested, but it could get pretty toxic, especially because that was like peak. Not like other girls, like although I feel like it was less 2NE1 and more maybe like their fandom, and then like SNSD fans could be elitist sometimes too. So it was just like when what is it, unstoppable force moves in a movable object. So they were just the girls were just
Yeah.
scrapping. But that was crazy. But yes, I'm very happy that Dara is free. I hope they make a comeback. I don't know what label Seal's under, or what she's doing in terms of that, but I don't think it's anything major. So I feel like they, um, you know, I don't know actually, but I feel like it should be good. Um, all right, this is your jurisdiction. Wait, y'all, well, maybe it's not. Y'all hear the drama between Ryujin and Haechan? Ryujin from ITZY and Haechan from NCT?
I think I saw something about this, but I think it was like somebody was like, why are people trying to ship them or something because they're wearing the same shirt? Or I don't know. It was like weird. So I didn't look into it because of that first comment. And I was like, all right, I guess there's nothing to look into.
Let me
They're
look.
saying it's because of a shirt.
So people think they're dating because of the shirt?
I think, but I
Not.
don't know if that's the full thing. I just didn't look into it because that was the top, like the headline.
Oh God. Okay, Itzy, this is from K-pop stars. Itzy and Ryujin, or Itzy's Ryujin and NCT's Haechan and Borden data rumors. Recently, remember Haechan did a solo live through V Live. During the stream, Haechan was using his iPad tablet to read fan comments, and at one point, his personal V Live application was exposed. When Haechan noticed this, his screen was in view of the camera. He hurriedly covered the lens. Fans quickly discovered that Haechan was only following two channels with his personal account, NCT and ITZY. Many were surprised that out of all the groups he could follow, he chose ITZY. Speculation started to rise that Haechan was romantically linked with a member in the girl group. This is not the first time that Haechan and Ryujin have been accused of dating. In the past, netizens brought up how the two had matching couple items, such as Bluetooth headphones and phone cases. I wish I could show you guys, but I didn't make a alternative screen. Sorry. These matching phone cases are like literally your regular ass iPhone cases. One is red and one is blue. What? Other Others also mentioned that ITZY members noted that nowadays Ryujin has started dolling herself up. However,
What?
Ryujin states that
Nowadays.
no, you're looking pretty now. You must be in love. However, Ryujin states that it is because buying clothes is more fun than she initially assumed. Some internet users and fans alike believe that something may be going on between the two. They noted how odd it is for Hei-chan looked so surprised when his personal V Live screen was open and how guilty he appeared after covering that lens. As the rumors between Hei-chan and Ryujin have been going on for a while, many believe this solidifies it. Others, however, wonder if he's simply just a fan of ITZY. Neither JYP or SM has commented on it. I mean, that's not enough evidence to comment on. I mean, I could see this two ways. Maybe he is dating one of them and he was like, oh, let me not tell myself. Or maybe he knew that people would go out of pocket with it and be like, what
Why
do
are
you
you
think?
only following Itzy?
Yeah.
But also, wait, how do they know it's his iPad?
I wish I could show the picture. Let me link you to the article. But essentially, it's like he was holding it, like it was him showing his iPad. Oh, I believe I already lost the story. Honestly, I will say, as a second gen, third gen stan, I'm no longer super anti couple items as evidence because if Baekhyun and Taeyeon taught us anything, was it that? It was a thing.
Weren't they the Oreo thing?
They were the
That's
Oreo.
what they were.
Were they a couple? Oh, maybe I'm just being messy because I just love bringing them up. There's been what was been a couple that got outed and their like couple items was the thing. I feel like there's been through a few. Oh no, Taeyeon and Baekhyun weren't couple items. They were Instagram hinting. What is it called? Lovestagram. Yeah. That was what they were an example of. Oh wait, how can I send this to you? Are you on Facebook? But I will never turn down. Now, it's nobody's business, and I feel like if people are prying, that's not great. But like in terms of actually being evidence, I don't know if I'm so anti. I mean, either way, unless he comes out or him or Ryujin come out to say they're dating, leave it alone, you know? Because it's so weird because a lot of these fans will like do super sleuthing, but then when it's confirmed, they get mad. It's like, so why are you okay? I don't get the vision. I don't see the vision for once.
Yeah, what the heck is with the phone cases? Literally, it's just a red and blue phone case.
It's red, white, and blue.
Oh my god, what?
Oh!
It looks like the basic one you get.
It's the one you get with the phone. All iPhone users are dating each other now. Tion says, side note, could it be that possibly he has a crush on her or vice versa? I think that's a big thing too. It's not always like they have to be dating. Andy says, and this is why idols don't reveal who they're dating or just close. That's another thing. Like they might just be besties, and now y'all are making it weird. Yeah. So it's very weird.
The Kai and Jenny thing.
They were besties? I thought they were
no, when they were like they literally were like in the beginning of dating and like people were like speculating on it and then they broke up.
Oh, that would be the worst. Oh my god. Like that is honestly the worst situation. I forget something happened like that with someone else where they said they only had been dating for like 4 months. I think it was when Suzy was revealed to be dating, I think Dongwook the actor. It's like that's so cringy because it's like they might even not know what they are at that point, like in terms of like just casually dating boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's like because of all the evidence now they officially have to come out, either break up or come out as boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's so premature and freaking awkward. Like it's no wonder why these like relationships like, you know, go kaput after a while, because it's like imagine going on like one date with like a Tinder match, and then they're like, Dispatch is like, oh my god, like they're dating, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, weird vibes.
Yeah.
Y'all, Leia's joining EXO's comeback. Should we go to? Should we?
Is he really though? Is he really? Or is that a fake out? Is it gonna be him just standing in the freaking video like
Yeah,
last time?
because technically he
I
was in
swear.
Tempo. We all
He
remember that.
literally showed up at the end like, hey guys, I'm filming too.
He's like, I'm just here for the
Did I
paycheck.
actually record?
Lay EXO comeback. We can talk about that next, since that I guess it's like a good segue. Okay, Lay possibly to participate in EXO's group comeback. Don't fight the feeling. Don't fight the feeling. Justin Timberlake's about to make a cameo.
Well, I mean, well, it's Don't Stop the Feeling,
Oh,
I
is it?
think.
Same
I
diff. I hated
think.
that song anyway.
Really? I love that
I
song.
thought it was
Well,
just too.
let me not say love. That's not it. The radio loved to play it, and I wouldn't change the station.
Therefore, I was brainwashed, and now I love that song. On May 25th, Lay, the remaining Chinese member, oh dang, that's shady. Lay, the remaining Chinese member, you know what? Get over it. It's been a couple years. Chinese member of EXO, like it happened yesterday. What is this? Is currently the number one trending topic on numerous. Oh, this is also from K-pop Star. On numerous here, I'll link you to it. On numerous numerous social media platforms worldwide, as it's been revealed by a reputed Chinese fan site that he will be rejoining EXO in their upcoming special, Don't Fight the Feeling. Okay. It's the fan site, literally a tweet that says Lay will be participating in EXO's comeback.
Stay
EXO,
tuned.
yeah, basically. They're like, I'm not, no more hints. All around the world are rejoicing. This will be his first time after Don't Mess Up My Tempo. Meanwhile, there are no official statements from SM or Lay's studio regarding his participation in Don't Fight the Feeling, and it's likely that fans will be finding out during their teaser release on May 25th at 11 p.m. KST. Oh, what time is it now? KST.
Um, oh my
Oh,
gosh, I know this.
was it PM?
Is
Oh,
it 10?
we have like some time. Oh, no, it should have already released. Oh, well, I guess not, because they're doing it. Oh,
Oh
wait, did
yeah,
they?
today's teasers were Chanyeol and Sehun, I think.
But were they the last ones?
I don't know.
Don't mess up my tempo.
It says so episode one of their teasers is 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means.
They be saying anything.
Just as episode one.
Okay, maybe he's in the season finale. Who knows? I mean, I hope he joins. That'd be fun. But like again, if it's
Yeah.
just gonna be like, don't mess up my temp, bye. Like what? Is the
Yeah, that's
point?
literally what he looked like too. He's just like staring into the camera.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He did good, but like, we want more
He
from you,
singing
Lay.
it.
We want more. I want to stand out. You know. But speaking of that, yeah, EXO is coming back. Do you know the official comeback date?
I don't know. Oh, wait, wait, where's that document?
EXO is
Okay,
coming
where is
back
it? June
eventually.
7th.
Okay, Oh, that's actually
This
really
month.
soon. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. I like told myself when BTS released Butter, I wanted to become like a more active stan. And I think I kind of like missed the BTS curve a bit. But I'm hoping.
You're jumping on this one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get my one skinny $5 EXO light stick that I got from that
Oh
concert.
gosh. I don't know where mine is. I think it's in my back room. Oh gosh.
I'll dig mine out of my trunk and we can stand together. Should we do like staying up for the music video? I haven't done that in a while.
Uh, Staying up. Is it late again? Like,
Geriatric
what time is it
millennial.
now?
Geriatric XOL.
6 p.m. KST. That is
Christine said
what
the best
time?
2 seconds of it. So is that I think that's like super in the morning, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like 4 a.m.?
You know what's
5 a.m.
interesting? The group is in the that is that on a Monday?
5 a.m. Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. That's a
Wait.
such
No, not Wednesday. I didn't put the date.
I was like, that's
Um,
interesting. They're going by the beat of their own horn, I guess.
what is that? Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's interesting to see the groups that drop on Friday now versus drop on Monday. Like you can kind of see.
Who it's for.
Yeah, kind. I don't want to say that. Don't drag me. But yeah.
I
Um,
mean, I feel like it's accurate because like it's weird. Like they've been doing Mondays, right? It was always Monday, right?
it used to be
Before.
always Monday, but I think that's because
Yeah.
that's the when the tracking week in Korea starts, and then like
Yeah.
I know Western Hemisphere, it's more. I'm gonna say Billboard because I think that's what people are trying to go for, but that starts on the Friday. So I know it's people like
Yeah.
BTS, Blackpink drop on Friday.
So it's not shady. It's just very obvious.
But
It's what they're going for. It's not a bad thing. It's
that's
just
true. That's
you can
true.
tell.
Oh, Yuna was seen shopping with Rose. Oh my God. Wait.
Yuna.
Oh, did you
Ooh.
see that
Oh, yeah.
mess with Yuna? So Lee Seung-gi has a new girlfriend. I think her name's Hey. Let me look it up so I don't say her name. But he has a new girlfriend, and as some of you may know, Lee Seung-gi and Yuna used to date, but like literally years ago. Years, I think it was literally like 2014 because I remember her being the one of the first SNSD members to be revealed to be dating. But they broke up and dated like years ago. But apparently, since Daen. Okay. Since they have been revealed to be a couple, people have been like blowing up Yuna's like Instagram page and stuff like that, like with the news and stuff. I don't even know, trying to get her riled up or trying to like whatever. But I'm just like, ladies and gentlemen, you need to live in the future, where the rest of
Yeah.
us are. Because why would she care? Okay. It doesn't even say. It doesn't even say. What the heck? Oh my God, they like cropped it out of his Wikipedia article. He said no
Crop what
more.
up?
The portion under, I'm under personalized where you go when you go
Mm.
there immediately so you can see, if the person is who the person dated. They have the fact that he's dating Lee Dain. Why do I keep on saying Lee Dai? Lee Dai, but they don't have the fact that he dated Yuna?
Somebody
Suspicious.
probably deleted that.
Right? Someone is probably like, my girl don't even need this. She don't need this stress. Let me hack the mainframe. Let me see if it says it under hers. Oh man, it doesn't say it under hers either. Somebody really said, let's hack the mainframe and delete this from her life. Okay, let me look, because now I'm like, am I remembering this wrong? Yo. Okay. I had to go to a Pinterest article. Look at this. A Pinterest article that led me to a K-pop article. Okay, it was literally 2013. So literally 8 years.
13?
Yeah. It was literally 8 years
Oh
ago, and people are
no.
trying to be like,
You
sis,
need to
get
calm
what?
down.
Sis, look what your man's up to. Who's man? Who's that? Like what? She's probably like, who? You know, Trisha, Trisha Paytas like GIF or Vine where she's like, what was that? Huh?
Oh,
Like that's basically what Yuna was doing when she was looking at her Instagram comments. Um, yeah. Should we do would you be interested in doing a live stream for EXO's comeback? Like a stay up
oh,
until
stay
midnight.
up.
You're like a bedtime is a thing. Well, when
No,
would
no,
it
no,
drop?
no. It's such an odd time to just be like stay up because what is it, 5 a.m.?
Oh, is it? Oh, but that's
So when are we staying
fun.
up to?
We can be young and stay
But like
up
stay up from where?
from 5
12?
p.m.
From 5 p.m.
Well, okay,
That's such a
that's a joy.
that's a long time to stay up. Like if it was like 3 a.m., I would be like, okay, yeah, I can see that. But like 5 a.m. is like, all right. That's literally like somebody's like wake up time. People are waking up now.
We watch a music video, hit the gym, morning workout. Yeah, that is
It
kind
could be a
of
wake up.
okay. So we wake
We
up.
wake up at 3 a.m.
Fret
His
for it.
enemy.
Just think,
Yes.
transport back to call me, baby, that time. See if you can reharness that energy.
I feel like that came out like, did that come out at 5 a.m.? I swore that came out like 12.
I don't remember. It had to be something that wasn't too late because 5 a.m. is kind of wild. But the thing is, I used to
Yeah.
just wake up though. I used to also just wake up. Like I wouldn't stay up, but I would wake up. But I think maybe it was closer for us at least at to like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember it being such a hassle. I remember Red Velvet's what was it? RBV?
Hmm.
That one. I remember had to wake up early before like work to go and watch it before going to work.
Oh dang.
And I was just like, this is so early. I don't remember having to do this. This is awful.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe there has been a shift in when like things debut these days, aside from
I
like the
think Peekaboo
Mondays.
was also early in the morning
Pika
too,
pika boo.
but I don't remember.
Um, there was a rumor saying that Yuna and Sungi only broke up for the cameras, but have secretly dating. I'm not sure. Remember when they said that about Becky Pickens and
Oh.
Tam? I feel like a lot of people always say. I mean, I the thing is, I don't know what if I would do that because it would be nice to get people. Because what's really annoying, I think, is that when people know that you're dating somebody, all of a sudden, all the headlines are like Yuna's Isung, like Yuna takes a pretty picture. I wonder what Isungi said. Like, or like, Momo does a seductive dance. What is Heechel's, like that kind of thing. And all of
Mm.
a sudden it's always related. Like, I know anytime Heechul, 35, is he 35, 38-year-old man says anything about marriage, people are like, Momo, 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 which I guess makes sense because that's his girlfriend, but it's like you can't say anything about that kind of stuff. I know like recently he said
Yeah.
that he never wanted to get married or he doesn't think
Yeah, I just saw that. So,
yeah. And people are like, well, Momo, which is crazy because I think he was asked, or something similar was like he was asked about marriage, and that I guess insinuated that he did want to get married. People are like, Momo's too young. So it's like, what do you want him to
oh,
say?
I think his mom wanted him to get
Oh,
married.
okay,
He's like, my mom
yeah.
wants me to get married, and that made it even funnier because I was like, dang, calm down. His mom wants him to get married, not him. His mom, which makes sense because it's his mom.
I wonder though if they did get married. A married twice member. I mean, they're not children anymore, twice.
That's just so young
But
in my
yeah,
eyes.
yeah, yeah,
I
me
would never
too.
want to get married.
That
I
reminds
mean,
me.
I haven't. I can't.
When my time machine's finished, maybe you might want to.
Oh, oh no, oh, probably not.
That reminds
Probably
me of
not.
that what is it called? Broad Street City or whatever, that one show where she's like some
Oh,
yeah, have you seen that gif when somebody's like aren't don't you want to get married soon? And she's like, "Me get married? I'm only 27. What am I, a child bride?"
oh, I need to see that because I need to feel that.
I was like,
I need
"She's
that
spitting.
confidence.
She's spitting." Well, the
So when I
thing
turned 27, I was like, oh God,
is
it's ending. 30 is right
the
there.
thing is
Literally tomorrow,
though,
I will be 30.
The thing is, though, you only feel old if you hang out with really young people. For me, I never felt old because
Mm.
everyone I hang out with is the same age. Not to say that I wouldn't hang out with somebody younger, but I wouldn't. Said it. I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know, and I feel like you're as old. Like, I don't know. I think it's weirder to be like you're too old to do this than to like for some. I don't know because I know that I am not very in terms of my interest. Like, I think, and not to say that we have to do this, but I feel like we're in like a good situation because like we have jobs that where we can take care of ourselves. So like, after that, mind your business. Like if I want to dress up like, I don't know, freaking Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club and go spend my weekend like at a convention at my age
Mm.
and that bothers you, you should like understand. Or like if I'm this age and I'm not married and I don't have like 2.5 kids, like and that bothers you, ask yourself why. You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why people are bothered by what other people do if it has nothing to do with them. So that's kind of
Yeah.
like the mentality I'm thinking of. Because it's easy to get stressed because I think for us, like our friend group isn't really the like type where a lot of people are married or wow, I'm just putting everyone. So their social security numbers if it's followed, please write this down.
This is their address.
um, but yeah, we don't really have that, so it's not like, oh, you're the only single one. So if like we want to go out and stuff like that, you have a bunch of people who will come with. But like I think
Yeah.
like a lot of people I go to high school with, they have gone down that route. So I feel like if I was still
Oh,
like
I'm glad I haven't been there.
active, but there's kind of like no hate because like I love like children are great. Like I babies are like I feel like sometimes I'm like I wish I was a preschool teacher because I feel like I'd be very happy just playing like with cute kids and teaching them and like looking at
Oh,
them be cute.
wow.
Honestly, I feel like that's my calling, guys. I'm gonna open a preschool.
I wish that was me.
You don't like it?
Kids, little tiny kids, no. I mean, I don't hate them. I just am like, all right, you're here. I'm gonna go over there.
Hello, welcome to the earth, I guess. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
A care
Like,
package?
yeah. Like you're cute. Oh, but yeah, no. As soon as they spit up on me, it's like it's all over. It's
Even
over.
I actually think that is like literally so cute. I think little kids and things that can't control themselves, like when like a doggy like poops on the floor or something, it's like, oh, you couldn't hold
No, it's
it.
not. Oh no. No, you haven't had
I was
something
gonna
that's
say
just like
maybe,
pooping.
but like a baby poops their
Especially if you
pants.
could step in it sometimes.
Okay, then yeah, okay,
I've
that's kind
done
of
that.
that's a
Well,
bit.
that's mainly dogs.
They
I don't know if I hope babies have diapers on so that doesn't.
just take it out there like this one's gotta go straight on the ground. They suddenly know how to unfasten their
You
own
know,
diapers.
take it off.
But it was
Baby's got to do what a
so
baby's got to do.
cute. Right. Sorry, mama. And like whips the diaper around and flings it out.
Oh,
It's like bring it
no. And that
around.
is why. And that is why I did not want kids this soon.
Oh gosh. But no, I love babies. There's this anime that I'm watching called Baby High Schoolers. No, Baby High Schoolers. It's called High School Babysitters or School Babysitters.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
no. But
Okay.
it sounds better than what I envisioned when you said baby high school. I
Baby
was thinking of like
geniuses.
these yeah, basically babies like in high school with little toddlers with big heads.
I'd watch that too, but it's just like a bunch of it's literally an anime about like this cute ass babysitters club and like there's a bunch of babies and I love watching it because it makes me feel like I don't know. I like babies.
Oh,
Oh,
I've seen this. Well,
Ellie
the manga.
Ellie says same jazz. Andy says like my niece is really really cute and I love her to death, but kids in general I can't. Honestly,
Mhm.
honestly, okay, I agree that like I don't know if I could do the whole like the baby's just crying and won't be quiet or whatever. I think that's why I want to be like a teacher so I can just have the cute
You
kids.
give it back.
Yeah, I'm like, here you go.
Like this is cute until it threw up on me. So have it back and don't bring it back. Thank
Expelled,
you.
quite
Yeah,
frankly, expelled
honestly.
from preschool. Yeah, no throwing up here.
Yeah, teacher get to keep that in.
I can deal with babies and small children, but like school kids and even middle schoolers can be assholes. That's cool. True. I feel like elementary schools are
Mm.
okay, but middle schools when they start being sassy and they actually come for your neck
Um,
for no reason. And then
in high school.
high school, they tend to swing on you, so I'm no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not trying to get
You know.
swung on for trying to teach the Pythagorean theorem. Like, no thank you. Like
Yeah.
my English teacher got swung on once. Like literally, I don't even know what happened, but like he literally kept trying to swing on him, and I was just like, I'm not getting paid enough for this. You need to factor in like a somebody swung on me bonus or something because this is ridiculous.
You know.
Um. Oh wait, that show is so cute. I really like it. It's really I suggest everyone there's a lot of clips on YouTube's and compilations on YouTube of like the show. It's super cute. Like I feel like it's just like a nice little pick me up in the day. But yeah,
I've seen the artist before.
kids can be ruthless. Like even in that show, there's an annoying kid called Taku-kun or something. And he's very, very cute, but he is very annoying. Like what I would like is that there's a kid named Kotaro and he's very quiet. And so the downside it's very hard to tell if there's something wrong with him, which can sometimes lead down like a bad path. But for the most part, he's just quiet and very, very cute and hardworking. So it's like that's the kind of baby I need.
And that's rare.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I was a baby like that though. I think I was pretty. I have to ask my mom. She'll probably say I was like a mess.
My mom would not tell me at all. She always tells me no.
But
Like my sister was like that, and then I came along. And then she was like, we couldn't understand you when you were like 5. Like only your sister could understand you.
Oh,
So,
that's so cute though.
and I was like, my dad told me that apparently that um since I was the second child, I guess like, you know how parents are just like, once it's the second child, you're like, whatever.
Yeah, they're
You
like,
know, the freaking pacifier falls on the floor, you're like, whatever, put that back in your mouth. It's been 2 seconds.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Not even, just stick it back
It'll
in.
help your immune, it'll grow your immune system a little dirt.
But my dad would go outside and just tell my sister, like, if she cries, put the freaking pacifier back in her mouth. And if it happens again, that is when you come and get me. Like, then come and get me. I'm doing stuff. Please don't bother me. I was like,
Oh
that's
god.
probably why she could understand me, because she was the one like actually raising me. Like, she was a full-time mother at freaking age 5. Like, what
Oh,
is that?
that is a very common like old elder sister trope that you like are like a second or your mother junior or whatever. Like you tend to
Yeah.
like raise them too. That's funny. You got games on your phone? Oh my gosh, yeah, those kind of kids. I mean, they can be cute. Like, there's this really funny tweet. They're like, I'm at my little cousin's house today, and he comes up to me. Would you rather have 1 billion friends or $1 billion? Man, leave me alone. Like, they just be asking stuff, and it's like, what are you even talking about? I'm just trying to go on Instagram, please. Please let me be. Instagram isn't gonna
There's
scroll itself.
there's like a TikTok that I saw that was like this guy, I think he was playing with like his kid, and like the he was like one action figure and the kid was like Spider-Man or something. And I think he was like Batman. He was like, "All right, let's fight." And then like he kept the kid kept giving himself like extra powers. And like as he was fighting, like the dad would be like, "All right, I'm doing this," and the son would be like, "No, no, I just like stopped you from doing that by using this new superpower that I just got."
It's like
And then
what?
at the end, he was just like, "Can we have hot dogs?" And then that was the
Bye. I would see that.
end.
I'd be scrapping. I'm like, nah, you know that's not the rules. Me fighting a whole 5-year-old because they're trying to play in my face. You better try again. Okay. So EXO's coming back. We're excited. I think it's kind of I think being in EXO's position is kind of like stressful, I think, because obviously a big name, a big group, people expect certain type
Mm,
of numbers and things like that. And I feel like, with groups like that, you get a lot of from messy people, obviously, but you get a lot of like negative feedback when you're not putting up numbers or like having the
mm.
scale that you used to have. So do you think
Yeah,
that EXO like do you think they're gonna get that kind of hate if they don't like perform a certain way? Or do you think at this point people aren't like not that they're not gonna care, but they're not gonna be that vicious about it?
I feel like there will be the like some petty anti-fans, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
that will bring it up. But like, I feel like for the most part, I don't think people care that much, especially since they've been on such like a long like hiatus.
Oh yeah.
It's like
For the army.
you can't expect them to just be like come back and then be like, all right. And then
Mm-hmm.
not even all the members too. It's like
That's true.
6 of them. So and maybe 7. But yeah, you can't expect that
That's true.
if they do get, you know, upset.
So manage your expectations, everyone. As an older sister, I can attest to being a second mom to your siblings. As a younger sister, I can attest to my older sister being a second mom to his siblings. Especially because I'm not the best cook. Like I always say, I hope to marry a cook because we're gonna be looking at each other across the dinner table, like what, the Pizza Hut, phone number or something like that. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not that something I'm proud of because a lot of people will be like, "You're blah 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 blah," like just have stuff to say. I can cook for myself. I wouldn't be alive if I couldn't cook for myself, um,
Mm.
or I'd be like in debt to Grubhub or whatever. But like I can't cook very good, so I'm hoping to marry some. But I feel like part of the reason is because like my sister and my mom were such good cooks even now,
Mm.
like my sister, like she'll make like bomb stuff, and I'm like, oh, thank you, don't mind if I do. But yeah, I definitely think, yeah, she was in charge of making food and stuff like that. Um,
I feel like you're a better cook than I am, though. I don't think I cook at all.
well, the thing is, I cook for myself, which it's like there's a different. But well, I guess you bake. That's different. But I feel like you bake
Mm.
very well, and you be like, actually buying like raw ingredients and be making stuff from scratch. So I think that's very impressive. Like,
And that's what I enjoy more than cooking. Cooking, I don't know what it is.
it can be
It
like,
scares me.
yeah, I feel like especially when there's like multiple different like things you have to do like to the food and prep, like that's super hard. But I would say you
Yeah.
make stuff and you find joy in making things and bringing it to parties and stuff like that. I don't cook for anyone else for myself, so if it sucks, I can just pretend it's good. Nobody will know.
Like I've already put all this work in. It's over. It's good.
Bone apple teeth. Oh, no.
Just burnt. All right.
I'm like, we
Tastes
can manage.
good if I just think about it. It's like a cheesecake or something. Just like, oh,
Maybe.
something good.
But I think it's more impressive. You actually cook for other people that try it and then say it's good. Anthony says, I'm a terrible
Uh,
cooker and baker. It's like, but the thing is, I feel like at least if you can make something that's decently healthy that you will like, it's fine. Like that's another thing I don't cook. Why I don't cook for many other people is because the recipes I do know, it's stuff that I like, and sometimes it's very weird or whatever. Like vegan cheesecake, that's something I'm good at making, like cheesecake bites and stuff. So it's like it doesn't really come up because it's not really, yeah, it's like instead of like the actual cheese, you use cashew as like the base, or not as the base,
why
but
don't
as
you
the
bring
cheese.
that to parties?
Because no one's
There
gonna
you
eat
go.
that. They're gonna like
If you
vegan.
don't tell them,
Well, it doesn't exactly taste like cheesecake, which is part of the reason I like it.
that's why you call it something else. You're like, all right, these cashew bites, everyone enjoy.
I'm sorry, does that sound appealing at all? Cashew bites.
Cashew cheese bites.
That's horrible. Strawberry cashew cheese bites. Everyone gather around.
Strawberry cashew bites. That sounds
That
pretty
sounds
tasty.
that sounds like a college concoction on a Friday night when you're
I
trying to.
mean, we used to have pretzel salad,
Oh yeah,
so that doesn't sound very
that's true.
extravagant.
That was
So
bomb. That was
yeah.
bomb. What was the other thing Amani used to make? The chicken bacon ranch thing.
Yeah, the dip, the buffalo
Yeah,
dip,
that
buffalo
was
chicken dip.
my yacht.
Yeah,
Um,
that was good.
my sister can definitely cook better than me. I'm on my way to getting my cooking together, but it's a process. LOL. I'm a better baker though. This is the first time where I really was distinct. I've ever like really distinguished between baking and cooking. I kind of like capsulated them, but the fact that
Oh,
you
yeah.
specifically like baking and not cooking, that kind of like makes me see like the difference between them, like why somebody would like one and not the other. But yeah, I mean, I think it's really nice now that we have things like TikTok um because you get like really short easy recipes, like you can find really short easy
Yeah,
recipes, which kind of like takes some of the like
the edge.
anxiety, the pressure of cooking or whatever. um
Yeah.
while my family can cook like Michelin star dishes, I'm here like I can cook frozen chicken that doesn't catch up. Main course, anyone? Bon appetit. I'll put a
That's me.
little
And eggs. I can make some
oh,
eggs.
but this
Scrambled only.
that's really scrambled. I feel like it's harder than like fried or anything.
Oh no. Oh no. It's like I feel like no.
Because you gotta have the
You just
technique to like mix it.
scrambled? Oh no,
Yeah.
it's basic scrambled. It's not the best scrambled eggs. Because I don't know what type of scrambled eggs you just described, but I don't do all that. I just kind of like move it around until it looks scrambled and then I eat it.
Like to get like the right consistency and stuff, you have to really be monitoring like the pot or whatever you're cooking it in.
If it starts to turn brown a bit, I'll be like, all right, I guess it's time.
You're like, oh, whatever.
And usually I'm like trying to make an omelet and it just turns out to be scrambled because I messed up. And I'm just like, all right, we're not having omelets today.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Andy says, I made a bomb pumpkin cheesecake during the holidays if I do say myself.
Oh,
That sounds delicious. Oh, yeah, I can't kick to that level. I can only do really basic stuff. Because even the cashew cheesecake thing, it only has a couple ingredients. It's not really that. I feel like it's
mm,
not even as hard to make as a regular cheesecake. Um, I hate washing dishes. Usually my mom and I have a system. When I cook, she washes the dishes. I also hate washing dishes.
yeah. I think that's why I don't like doing baking as much.
Hmm.
Like I like it, but then the process of cleaning up just makes me not want to do it or
Yeah,
start.
definitely. Um, Anthony says, I'm great at cooking and baking for myself and for my roommates. Dang, look at you. I hate it for myself. Oh gosh, I hate it so much. Dinner rolls around. Oh, I don't hate it, but it's just dinner rolls around when I visit my family. The food that they cook and bake is so much better. But that's so nice that like
Mm,
you're out here cooking. Because I love people who really like they're like, I love making food. I'm gonna make it for everyone and stuff like that. Those people are so wholesome.
yeah.
There's a right consistency for sure. Yeah, because you don't want it to be like you want to like some of that like egginess to still be there, so it's a bit more like fluffier and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have that skill. It's just bottom of the barrel scrambled eggs.
Oh my God. Raul says, I hope Jay isn't talking about those spaghetti countertop recipes on TikTok. Have you seen these?
What is that?
So there, I don't even know if it's the same lady or different ladies, but there's been like this trend of making food on countertops. So like literally you take like a kitchen, like a granite kitchen island. You like, if you're making spaghetti, you like pour the like ragu sauce on like the counter. You put the noodles right on the counter and the meatballs. You like mix it up. You like put
It
the
sounds like
salad.
Cold Stone for
Oh,
meals.
maybe that's what they're inspired from, but it's disgusting. There's one I saw from nacho cheese where literally she just put like the nacho cheese, she put the meat, she put the whatever, and then she like pours the like tortilla chips and then like uses her hand to crunch it all up. All this shit. And I'm just like, this has to be a joke. I will literally die. It's so disgusting. I would never. I would, rather eat my left shoe before I take advice from them crazy ass ladies. Like, I don't know. They're medicines to society. I
They
want.
put a whole sorry, I'm like watching the spaghetti. They put the whole Prego like bottle.
Like
Just
for
why?
what?
And they're trying to make it look fancy. Like, here you go.
This is disgusting. And even if it was a gag, why would you sell that food just to be nasty on the internet? Clown behavior.
No, she probably ate it.
No,
I
she did
will.
not. What? No, that's disgusting. I don't care how clean you keep your kitchen tabletops. That's disgusting. And what, everyone's supposed to just dig in like a damn trough? Are
Yeah,
they
I'm so
pigs?
confused on how you pick it up. That's the problem.
Clownery. Through the force of clownery, you can pick it up and put it in your mouth.
Did she pick it up at the end or no? No.
I think she kind of cuts away when she's like, and then you can dig in.
Why does it just get a big bowl?
Cause she's
And then
clown. They don't have those at the circus, unfortunately. So she did have to use what she could work with, quite frankly.
sucks.
um, I'm also grilling. I'm also great at grilling BBQ, like patties and hot dogs. Oof, I love some good
I
barbecue.
wish I could grill.
Me
That
too.
would be handy. 'Cause I could
Um,
not.
yeah. Fluffy eggs, that's such a weird concept to me. I make it how my mom. What? Like fluffy scrambled eggs are so good. Like I think you have to add like cream or like milk to it or something like that before you like actually turn the heat on, but
Oh.
I love those. Um I saw that. I'm just like, you ruin your whole island for the exactly like cleaning up the Prego afterwards. Ma'am, shut it down. I will need you to shut it down. Those TikToks should be banned for inappropriate content.
Yeah.
Speaking of
What
food, I
is
feel like
this?
I ate a moldy grape last night and I had the weirdest feeling ever. Oh no. You know though, grapes and like fruits and like vegetables, they be getting rotten so fast. Like it's literally like you get them from the store and like as soon as you put them in the fridge, it's like three mold spores and it's like, what? I
Oh my
just found
God.
you. I
That's why
literally
I don't get fruit. That's why. Nope.
it's terrible. This is why like we don't that's why you don't get fruits and vegetables because they're gonna turn on
Yeah.
you. Um
I'm like watching this nacho one
the
and
nacho one
it's
is
like what?
I'm trying to get her thrown in
Why?
jail, so we need
She should be in jail. I feel like
to.
what is it? Like there's more ingredients in this one and it makes me like more disgusted.
Did you get to the part where she crunches it up like a
No,
barbarian,
she's like
like Dave the Barbarian?
I just need to fast forward. Oh no, she really does. First of all, that doesn't make sense. That's not nachos. You just crumpled up.
Oh,
I'm upset. Like, what is
I
that? It looks
don't
like someone
know.
threw up.
I don't know. I don't know why they do this to us. What's wrong with them? That's so rude. But I feel like we've veered off
Uh,
to a tangent. But so the last topic that I had honestly today was the Gfriend disbanding. So this was crazy. Because when it first like popped up, was I saw that Gfriend was trending last week. And I didn't really think anything of it. I was just kind of like, okay, they're trending. I don't know why, but I didn't really think too much of it. And this was like on like the 17th, May 17th, 18th. And so then I am on like some K-pop site and I see they disbanded. And like the way I double took, I was just like scrolling through it, like saw a bunch of things and I was like, what? What? Like I really like was like scared because I was like, this has got to be a joke or misunderstanding. But I clicked into it, and no, at the time it was released, it only said that they were leaving Source Music. So a lot of people were wondering if they're going to do the thing where they leave Source Music because they're maybe not happy with the way that Source Music is promoting them, but then go off as Gfriend under another label. But, with all the following updates, the members ended up releasing individual like letters to their fans, buddies. It's confirmed that they're just disbanding as a group. So they had like they all had really sweet, heartfelt letters. Some referencing their debut. Talking to their fandom buddy and how like they had a really good experience with the 6 years that they spent as a group. And
that was it.
yeah, they debuted in 2015.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
I don't know why. I don't know. Time is slow.
honestly, I remember their debut though. I actually reacted to it, so if anyone wants to watch that, it's in the description below. But yeah,
Is it though?
so probably not. It's somewhere on my channel. But yeah, so they officially disbanded, and they are the first third gen group to disband, but they definitely are one of the more larger names, and it definitely I feel like caught a lot of people off by surprise. So I mean, I sent you the news, so I kind of already know. But what was your reaction when you read the news about them disbanding?
I wasn't expecting it. It seemed very random. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even know they were up to like,
The contract was
um,
up, yeah.
yeah. So it just can't, it just sounded like fake. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just sounded fake.
Yeah, it's really weird. Now, I know I will say, and I hope this is not shady or anything. I know that like based off how much of a whirlwind their like debut and earlier years are, I guess you could argue they weren't making as much noise as they used to, but I really don't
Mm,
think that's like the issue. Now, I'll be upfront, like I'm not a hardcore buddy. I only know them through the lens of like Gfriend, a very popular, successful group in K-pop who like does their thing, has comebacks and things like that. But from somebody who kind of saw them from debut till now, I know that there was a lot of talk. And I think what was it, Fingertips? Was that the one where people started just weirdly like not turn on them, but it was
yeah.
just like their first like not huge hit.
I
And
think it was their first song that didn't sound like it was like a different sound
mhm,
than their
yeah.
previous song.
Yeah, and it kind of, I mean, it wasn't a flop because I know everyone loved to call anything a flop, and of course with like
Yeah.
Rough and Me Gustas too and stuff like that, comparing comparatively, like everything's not gonna be as big as that. But I feel
Yeah.
like that was kind of a thing. But I also think that this might just be an instance of like because from what I read, there wasn't, and obviously more is gonna come out as things happen. It wasn't necessarily a problem with like Source Music where they're like, we gotta get out of here. We're just like, this is the worst. Like, but it kind of just seemed like they did their thing for when they wanted to do it, and now they're done. And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of a weird concept, I think, a lot of times in K pop because, there was that whole thing of the 7 year curse where it was seen as a curse because, if you guys don't know, it was this idea back in the day that like groups can't make it past 7 years because either they lose popularity, there's some kind of scandal, members leave or whatever. And I think like the 7 year contracts weren't until like after the whole TVXQ case or whatever. So I don't know if that also relates to it because that's usually when the contract finishes or whatever. But so it's like this thing that like, oh, like when groups started like, lasting more than 10 years, it was like, oh, this is great, like the groups are outlasting 7-year curses and things like that. But I feel like because it's seen as like a negative thing to disband so like early or after your first contract, a lot of people seen it as the idea that groups want to last longer than 7 years, and not being able to last that long is like something went wrong. So I think a lot of the
Mm.
times people just interpret or have this idea that every single group, every single member wants to do their group as long as possible. And maybe that just wasn't the case for them in this case. Like they were like, okay, we were hugely successful. We all, had such a great time and things like that. And maybe it was that they couldn't come to like a proper contract. Maybe they would have went on, but like Source Music was trying to sell them short or something like that. But I think overall, it seems pretty like this is like, unless like somebody makes it something, it seems like this is a pretty amicable split so far
Yeah.
from what I read. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been reading the chat. Maybe you're all lighting me up, being like, "No, just listen to this." Um, um, I don't think the girls really liked each other that much to continue anyway. Oh my god.
Dang. Wow.
Oh, Fingertips won twice on music shows. It was a huge difference to their wins previous year. I heard the members weren't happy with the group that the direction the group was taking. I thought that when Hybe acquired Source, Gfriend would be their main girl group and their future was pretty much set. Also, I heard
Yeah.
Buddies. Yeah, honestly, I remember when that was a huge thing. Also, I heard Buddies, the fandom, are boycotting Source till they get answers to some questions, but IDK what the questions were. Yeah, say what questions do you want? I mean, I think like even the idea that they couldn't come to like a good agreement, I feel like that's still a legitimate reason to like want to disband. Because I know like when a group disbands, especially if it's a group you like and you had a lot of like, emotional stock in, you don't want to just hear like they just decided not to continue or whatever. Like I feel like it feels better when you get like this conspiracy or like this idea that like, oh, the company was being evil so they had to disband or whatever. So I feel like it's kind of
Mm.
hard, like not to say that that's 100% what happened, because we don't really know unless anyone like, you know says anything. But for the most part, it seemed like they're like, yeah, we left Source Music, thank you to the buddies and things like that. So I feel like, we're gonna have this period where people are searching, are gonna like, I mean, same thing with Somi. When she left, it was like JYP and her were like, yeah, we just didn't like, we didn't think we were going the direction. They're like, no, it's because Somi smoked crack. So JYP kicked out. Or it's like, something crazy like that. Like people were looking
Yeah.
for a story. But yeah. Uh Has any other group had a disbandment like Sistar where it seemed ended in good terms? I'm sure there have been others, but it doesn't happen, unfortunately. Sistar was definitely the one I was thinking about too. Um, but I don't know, because I feel like I said, like I feel like even when it just kind of seems like okay, they're disbanded, they're done. I feel like people aren't usually satisfied like that. So there's always like a lot of prying until something more insidious comes out. Which, to be fair, a lot of times there is like a more like, shadier explanation sometimes. But I definitely thought that since Hybe acquired Source, that Gfriend was going to be hella promoted. Well, and they pretty much were. So to hear them disband without warning just caught me off guard. Yeah.
I, I'm wondering if like it's like a thing where, because like Big Hit didn't have girl groups, right? And they had one, and then that didn't go anywhere.
hmm
So I wonder if like they just can't handle girl groups.
they're too
Or
powerful.
like, and then they got Playtas, who also can't handle girl
Oh
groups, and
God.
it's just like, all right. Now they doubled down, and now it's like, all right. So they kicked out Gfriend because they're like,
They kicked
we
them
don't like
out.
girls here. We don't like you guys around these parts.
No girls
Y'all gotta get
allowed.
out.
Christine says, also Source is trying to trademark Gfriend, but a lawyer put a clip saying they can't do that. I mean, that's a very common word. So I think whether Gfriend or Yoja
Yeah.
Chingu. Um, yeah. I think the fans have questions because the news came out of nowhere and they still had schedules planned, so it seemed the Source weren't prepared. Ah, well, I mean, I guess like if negotiations go back, because I feel like, that negotiation period is such like a volatile period because you really never know what's gonna come out of that. Like I feel like both sides have, their wants for like to continuing the relationship. But if those aren't met, I feel like, especially Gfriend, because I feel like when you sign your first contract as like a trainee or like a new debut or whatever, it's like you don't have a lot of bargaining chips. So in order to be able to live your dream as an idol, you're pretty much gonna do like whatever the company says. Like even if it's like, oh, you have to pay back $1 billion, it's like, well, I guess this is what I have to do to debut. But I think by the time that
Mm.
second contract comes around for negotiation, as like more established idols with fans, those members have a lot more bargaining chips. So if they don't get what they want, they have the incentive to just walk, unlike they used to do. Like I feel like that's where a lot of companies, when they're in mid negotiations, they'll always leak when negotiations aren't going in their favor to try to pressure, like try to get like that fan and media backlash to trying to pressure sway the idol to going one way or the other. It's like, well, people are talking about how you're going to be the one that breaks up the group if you don't whatever. So I feel like that
Mm.
negotiating period can always, so like there could be a a situation where they foolhardily went in thinking they were going to resign, but then just the negotiations weren't getting there. So they're just like, well, we're not going to take some bullshit or whatever if that's, what's happening. Or Social Music was like, we don't want to give you that much money or something like that. So
Yeah.
then it just fell through. Like it could very well be a situation where they all thought it was going to be Gucci, but then when it was actually time to bring the discussion to the table, they had just two completely different ideas of what, their next contract should look like.
Yeah.
Which would be weird because I definitely think Gfriend is a very great commodity. Like not commodity, I shouldn't say like that, but like why would you not like bend over hand
Want
and
that.
foot? Yeah. To please them. If that's what happened, obviously. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's really sad to see them go. I feel like it's a great group. Hopefully, I mean by the tone of their letters, it seems like it might be goodbye for Gfriend, but not as the individuals in the entertainment industry, which is always good. So
Hmm.
I'm excited to see what them as individuals or whatever they decide to do with their, the rest of their career, um, what that looks like.
Yeah.
Um, what are y'all's thoughts on idol members going solo? I wonder when they'll have a group comeback and if it'll include Sujin or if they'll continue. I heard that Soyeon, she was gearing up to have a solo soon.
Oh, is
So
she?
I think I
Didn't
read
she
that.
already do something solo
Well, she started
before
as
they
solo.
debuted?
Yeah, she started as a
Yeah.
solo. Um, wait, let me see if I can find solo. Solo comeback? Solo. Okay, Cube Entertainment confirms Giotto Soyeon to make a solo comeback soon. I mean, if it's just like they're going into solo comebacks to avoid addressing the Sujin situation, I feel like that's kind of bad. Because I like it's always really awkward when people leave stuff in the air like that. I feel like because it's just like, well,
Mm.
where do we go from here? I know she was not in the last comeback, which I guess makes sense because it was like a big scandal. But it's just kind of weird because if they stick their from last I remember about that, they're sticking by her and her claims that she didn't, she wasn't a bully like in the initial claims. So I feel like the best way to kind of, I guess, express that is eventually let her come back, like when it's died
Yeah.
down a bit. So I don't know. But I feel like it definitely, if you're trying to keep like the group synergy and keep the idea that you do support her, like putting like maybe like Idol on hiatus, although they just had to come back and just doing like a bunch of solos and stuff like that. And maybe that doesn't convey that as much. But I also understand like the perspective of like if a lot of people dislike her right now because of the what's going on, you don't want that to through osmosis now be something that all Idol members have to deal with, G Idol members have to deal
Yeah.
with. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but labels can't do
Yeah.
that unless they trademark it before the contract's over. If they did that, then they can't use name like in Got7 situation. So if Source did trademark Gfriend, then Gfriend wouldn't be able to perform any Gfriend songs. So if they did want to keep going as Gfriends, they can't for the trademark. What is
Oh,
Highlight
that'd be like
situation?
highlight. Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened to Highlight too. They can't perform
Yeah,
any
they
Beast song.
couldn't get their name, and I don't think they could use her music.
Oh, that's whack. I mean, there's some
Mm.
companies that don't care and just let them do it anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
Rain, I don't know if JYP, like, I mean, I don't see how he could, but like, he let Rain use the JYP songs even after he left JYP. But
Yeah.
they also left more amicably, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, aren't they still friends?
Yeah, that's true. Also, I think maybe Source Music, if that was the case and it comes out, maybe they'll get like pressure, media pressure, like you guys are being assholes for doing that. You should just give
Yeah.
sheets. So maybe that will sway them. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, Raul says, why they do Gfriend dirty like that? I really hope that if it was just like, it wasn't a situation where you're asking for too much. Well, guess why you're here, sis? Like, like, I don't know. Like, I hope that's not like how the conversation went, but
Hopefully not.
yeah, you never know. Some
That
of
would
these
just be so
companies,
dumb.
yeah, I know. It's like,
Unless they have like some girl group lined up,
but that would
some
be
new girl.
some new girl group, yeah. I mean, I feel like that would be a bad foot to start off on. Like, we just kicked our
True.
senior, I don't know. Maybe not.
That's true.
Imagine Rain changing stage names because of copyright true as Clown, Sunstorm, Hale. If he called himself Hale, I would have to stand harder. I would simply have to stand harder.
Ew. He should. I would like Cloud mainly because of the Final Fantasy thing.
Ugh, I hope it wasn't like a weird situation where they're trying to add members. Honestly, I feel like, okay, maybe this is just me. I feel like it's a bit disrespectful to add a member when a group has been like a thing for a while. Because I feel like it's giving like y'all are irreplaceable vibes. Like I could see maybe like with the Yeri
Mm,
situation, they had only had like two songs and been out for a couple months. But like sometimes with like, the Wonder Girl situation, now don't get me wrong, I love Hey Lim Down, but like it was very weird to just like replace Sunmi with another member. The Hyuna one, I could kind of see it because again, they only had like one song at the time and they hadn't hit big yet, replacing
yeah.
Yubin. But like I don't know, I always just felt weird. Like imagine that if like well, they had only been out for like about 2 years, but like if Chris Tao, like when Luhan left or whatever, they're like, all right, here is Shuhan. Well, I know that's like a ship name, but like here is
I was
other
like, wait,
guy.
what?
Here is other really handsome guy. He is now the new Luhan. Like that'd be so weird. Or like if like
Yeah.
SNSD was like, now that Jessica's gone,
Oh
Chanmi,
gosh.
Chanmi, you can finally be in SNSD. Like
Just
they
imagine.
They make a reality show where they take all the girls who ever talked about almost making it into SNSD and have them duke it out for the final Jessica spot. Those girls would be killed on content.
Look, they wouldn't want to do it.
So true. I mean, I don't know. Like if you were like
Some
one
of
of the
them might.
girls who were floundering after, like if you're like Miss Stella Kim and you're, living your doctor ass life or whatever she might be, like you'd be like, I don't want to do that trash. But like, somebody who maybe is still struggling to be popular in the industry, like maybe
Like Chanmi,
So
at
Hyun's
least.
friend who got cut last minute and stuff. I'd be like, you know
Mm,
what? Y'all are gonna drag me for filth, but listen here. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to like I always think the Young G thing when they added Young G to his car was very strange. Very strange behavior. Um jail. Jail time.
That sucks for her.
Who, tell me?
What's her name? The one from Kara
Oh, Youngji.
being added so late.
Yeah, that's so weird. I mean, I guess it was good for her because like she did like was able to get like a lot of great opportunities in a way that like a newer girl group maybe wouldn't be able to, and it was like nice because you were this new aspect of this like tried and true loved girl group. So like obviously like when you guys went on variety shows and stuff like that, a lot of the conversation would be about you by default because you're like the new one. So it's like you get
Hmm.
that added like attention. But yeah, when they disbanded, I think it was only like a year and a half or maybe 2 years, and after she joined that they disbanded because they're like, okay, that's cute that you've been doing it for 2 years, but we've been here for a while, so we're actually done.
Yeah.
And you can't blame them, you know.
Yeah.
So jail. um, it's unfortunate and sucks, but fans of the older, often wrong groups go after and blame newer groups. Happens with girl groups. Oh yeah, like when, the whole let's hate Blackpink in honor of 2NE1, or let's hate FX. I mean, let's hate Red Velvet in honor of FX. That kind of mentality is
Mm.
very toxic. Yeah. Didn't that happen a bit with NCT and EXO? Or maybe I'm making that up.
I feel like NCT had its own type of hate.
It was
I still think they have their own type of hate.
quantum hate, quantum antis. Oh, an NCT fan poisoned me for bringing it up. No, just kidding. Um, Um, Hello. I'm pretty surprised that hi Dolphin. That Gfriend disbanded because the group was in pretty good situation because the High Label merger. Then again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. That's true. I think that's like really like I feel like that's why like most people are surprised. Like it's not like they were doing bad. They had like the boost of being under high labels. And it just really did seem. That's why I feel like it's probably like down to just like a negotiation thing where they weren't budging on maybe their mans. I mean, they did that with Kara when they added Youngji through a competition show, and a mess. It was a mess. Like not, and I feel like it sucks because like you can't say that without people assuming you're trying to shit on Youngji. That's not the case. I also think she was a victim of this foolishness. Um,
Mhm.
but like, yeah, it was a mess, and I think it's very disrespectful, quite frankly. Like, because honestly, yes, when Nicole and Jiyoung left Kara, three members is kind of weird, but it's not doable. And I think it's just really strange to all of a sudden. Because, I feel like it was less like trying to keep Kara together and more like, okay, now we have this chance to maybe boost up one of our other trainees or whatever. And, it just was like a weird situation.
Yeah.
Mm. Also, speaking of semi NCT related news, do you think SM is going to make a different group that isn't NCT, or now every male trainee is going to be an NCT? Now, what are your thoughts on that? I
I
would,
hope they make a new group.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Because they
like,
already have a Korean group for NCT
hmm
if they're going by how NCT is supposed to work. So they can't add any more. As long as the group is Korean, I don't think they can add another like unit for NCT. It doesn't make sense.
hmm
Because then it's like, all right, why do you have two Korean units? And then like one unit for other places. Well, I guess they only have China.
Wait, there's not
Yeah,
an
it would
NCT
just be
Japan?
weird. No,
Oh.
that's just NCT 127 cosplaying.
Japanese ver. Oh gosh. Yeah, I would say if I was a male SM trainee and that's what it seemed where I was headed, I would just leave and try to be under like somebody else. Cause yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like I get the vision and it's really cool because then you have like a bunch of this like internet connected group of like guys and like like it's cool like whatever. But I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but is it not hard for newer members to kind of shine like amongst the like tried and true Taeyong and Marks? Like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would imagine
Yeah.
it's. I mean, you get
Especially when you put them in every group, it's kind of like you'll never see.
the light of day. Yeah, I imagine it would just be really, really hard. I mean, it's like when you are like a new group in general, trying to get attention out of like all of your sunbays. Like that's hard enough, but like now it's like your sunbays are literally in the same group and you're sharing the
Oh my
same
God,
lines.
that's so true.
Like what the
Yeah,
hell?
I didn't even think about that.
But yeah, I mean, I would say that like Johnny wasn't added too late after, but I feel like he's one that I hear a lot about, despite like not being one of the first ones. And
Was he not?
Lucas too. I think they're
Johnny?
yeah.
Wait, who got added?
It took a while for
I'm so
Johnny to
confused.
be added because I remember people complaining about that. They're like, let
I
Johnny.
think I do remember that
Oh, okay.
because in the beginning, who was it?
In the
Who got
beginning,
added?
I remember when Lucas was added. The world rebirthed that day.
I can't remember who got added. Dang.
They should do an NCT Japan. I'll be the creative director, of course, with my no credentials.
Oh, it was Johnny and Doyoung, which is weird. Wait,
What year did they get added?
Doyoung wasn't there 2017.
Uh, oh, that wasn't even too long after.
Yeah, it was not.
Why does it seem
That's
forever
probably why I can't
then?
remember.
It
What?
seemed like forever. It took forever for Johnny to be that added because I swear people are like burning down the SM building.
I guess because they, what song did they have? What was it? They had like two songs, didn't they?
I don't know, six
And
them.
then they got added.
Probably.
I can't remember. I don't know.
Lee open your
I
eyes.
don't know anymore.
Jay will be NCT
Well, that wasn't
Japan.
even them because Doyoung was in there. That was NCTU.
Listen, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Don't drag me. I don't know the lore. All I know is that Win-Win deserves more lines. Listen.
He has more lines if you listen to Wavy.
No, he needs. Sorry, did I say more? He deserves all the lines. He's literally holding that group up single-handedly. Like,
Wow, dang, what did Lucas do
pull
then?
your weight, other members, maybe? No, just kidding. Let me stop.
Dang, Lucas is just he
Who
was
is
not
that?
existent Wavy. Wow. I like how you brought him up earlier too.
No, he's a nice kid.
He's a nice kid.
How old is he? I want to be careful.
Lucas? Was
Yeah.
he like 20 something?
Oh, he's a nice kid. He was born like 1999, wasn't he? He's a nice kid.
Oh yeah, he's like he's Mark's age, I think.
Oh, okay. They're saying that Toyoung debuted with Johnny in Limitless. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they only had Fire Truck before that.
Toyoung was in NCTU, but wasn't in NCT, wasn't in 127 for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know like what they were doing with that. They were like, all right, you were successful in NCTU, but we'll take a second before, we bring you in completely.
They're like, let's take a couple steps back. Well, apparently, okay, you can create clips now. Guys, create clips. I scream at everyone. You can create clips now. I want to be like Valkyrie.
Oh god.
I'm going to be the next Valkyrie, dang it, even though I play no
Valkyrie.
games.
I mean, you do, just not on here.
That's true. I barely play anymore, though. I've only been playing one game, and I forgot to play it last week, so Little Nightmares.
Did you finish Outlast?
Yes, I did! I was so happy! It was a bad
Wow.
ending. It was very bad. I was upset.
I can't remember how that game ended. Did something blow up?
Hold on. Guys, spoilers for the ending of Outlast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's been out for how many years?
Some people will still drag you by your hair
Oh,
follicles. Miles dies
true.
at the end. He's trying to he finally gets to the way to actually get out, and then some creepy man is like, "You have to go," and he's like,
I
"Sure."
think I do.
He's like, "Of
Oh, I
course,
think I do.
bestie." And so he goes, does it, and then this ghost comes and beats the shit out of you, and then you actually escape the ghost, but then you're slinking along, and then all of a sudden the SWAT team comes to clear out the area, but those clowns shoot you because the wall rider or whatever had overtaken your body, so I guess maybe you looked a bit different or something. But the gag is the guy who told you to go beat up the other guy was the one who was like, okay, get him, SWAT team. So literally he orchestrated the shooting and killing of you. So what a but I think at the end I read that he didn't know it was you, so he was like shoot, and then he was like wait, no.
He's like, no, what did we just do?
He's like it's a far far better place that I do now.
This becomes a musical. Everyone joins in.
I will never be satisfied. Look around, look around.
This becomes Hamilton.
Somehow, like 3 years before Hamilton existed.
Oh, that's so true.
Earl sucks. I don't know why I stand Earl. He literally died like within the first chapter. Um, but yeah, so the lore of NCT is very different. Honestly, though, speaking of Hamilton, I was watching somebody put Hamilton like the actual like from the video of the recorded like musical. They put this Satisfied and Helpless like side by side, and I've never actually watched the whole Hamilton thing, but I know like
Uh,
Satisfied and like Helpless are supposed to be like not foils of each other, but they're kind of like supposed to tell similar stories from different
yeah.
perspectives. But I watched it, it was like somebody cut it side to side, and literally Helpless and Satisfied, they're like same things happen. And I know she's like
Yeah.
rewind, rewind, like, but it's
Yeah.
like they do it perfectly, and like the person was pausing, and it was like so weird because it was literally like if instead of the focus being on Eliza, it was on Angelica because she's doing like the same thing. It's crazy.
And that is why Hamilton is superior.
Honestly, it's out. Dear Evans Hansen, who is that? We don't know Ben Platt.
Have you seen that commercial of
I was
him
sad for
looking like
him. I was quite
he's
sad for
literally
him.
it's so weird though. Cause like I feel like we talked about like or like you said like he was already in that other show and how he
Yeah.
looked young. He looked young at least younger in
Hmm.
there. But now he looks old. Like I don't know what they did. I think it's a haircut.
Yeah, because what were they trying to do with
Something.
that? Like in the play one, he didn't have that like rah, 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 like type hair. I'm confused. Why didn't he say put a couple mop put a mop on my head and let's do this? Like
Yeah.
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's this musical called Dear Ben Hansen that this actor slash singer Ben Platt he was like the main character in on Broadway when it originally aired, and so now they're doing like an actual movie of it, and so like the main character is like a high schooler, and so the guy now he's like 27, although he must have been already older than the person when he actually played in the musical,
Oh
but
yeah, he definitely because he's like a year older.
yeah, he's like 27. So like now he's 27 playing the 17-year-old, and essentially apparently he tried to do some things to make himself look younger so he could pass as a 17-year-old. But it just wasn't working, and he very clearly looks not 17. And I think somebody pointed out that I think it makes it worse because the other characters are very clearly younger. So that contrast is I'm not quite sure because they were also saying Jordan Fisher should play him, but Jordan Fisher is also 27
He's
years old.
also yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely this is the
Yeah.
same age range.
Although he did play a high schooler in to all the boys I love too. I like and that was
Which
only
is
like last
also
year.
weird.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't know
weird.
because I think Ben Platt looks that old. I think whatever they did to him in the teaser just made him very like it was like hello fellow kids, like that's what it was giving. Um,
Like it was 21 Jump Street.
right. All right, who
They're
are you
like, wait
trying
a minute.
to
Are you a cop?
fool? They looked a whole 35. Like, what? Who are you trying to fool? Yeah, but I feel bad for him because I feel like it wasn't that people were clowning him because he looks old. It's just that he looks nowhere near 17. And I feel like he was like, well, y'all are bitches or whatever. Like, why y'all hating outside the club? But it was like, I could kind of see, like, I mean, they didn't have to be like, dang, you crusty. Like, somebody was like, dang, who is he, the principal? Like, a lot of people were trying, like, being really mean. But, like, I feel like the point was that you just don't look 17. Not that you look bad or
Yeah.
ugly or anything like that. So I kind of, oh, also Everglow changed leaders. I saw that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I forget who stepped up, but yeah. I thought that was interesting because I don't remember that ever happening. Not slow burn. Oh yeah, she owns the new leader. Hello, fellow kids. Yeah, I feel bad though because I feel like, there's like this attack on millennials these days, and I feel like we just keep being told we're old by everyone. But yeah, so
Which is
yeah.
very rude.
But I can't, like, the thing is, people also peeped that his like dad is the one who executive produced it, so they're like, oh, you just wanted
Oh
your
yeah.
son. But like, also, isn't it like one of those things where he's like the iconic Evan Hansen? Like,
I'm s- Honestly, if they didn't let him be it or sing for
mm-hmm,
it, I would have been like, I don't know how I feel about this movie. I think
yeah.
you should not do it at all.
Exactly, because I'm thinking if
Just
like for the official like recording of Hamilton that they put on Disney Plus, if they were just like, all right, we're not gonna have like the original Angelica or like Lin Manuel Miranda or whatever. We're gonna put in somebody who maybe is more age appropriate. I'd be like, what? No, I don't care if they're
yeah, no.
50. I need her to be like Angelica. Oh
Eliza.
no, I'm Peggy. The skies are the stars. Mm. I felt sad you said that she didn't have the strength and capability to take the role. Is she the oldest member of the group? If somebody can answer that, because I feel like, not that it makes sense, but I feel like a lot of people do underestimate how hard it is to be the leader. And I know a lot of companies just make the oldest member the leader a lot of the times. And I feel like I get it because like seniority and respect, but like just because you're the oldest doesn't necessarily mean that you would make the best leader. And that's why I appreciate like groups where it's not necessarily like the oldest, like Twice or like Big Bang or whatever and things like that, because it's like, okay, like you're actually looking at and assessing people's individual strengths, to see. But I also get, because it must be kind of, oh, and like BTS, it must be kind of hard to take leadership or like guidance or whatever from somebody younger than you. um
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised you don't see more situations where like the oldest is just like bestowed on the as the leader, where they're just like, yeah, about that. This is like, I remember there's like when SNSD was on, I think Strongheart, there was like a thing where like Taeyeon was like talking about how she like wanted to step down from being leader once, because she was kind of it because she was just the oldest or whatever. But which is so funny because she looks like two. Even now, she looks like 2 years old. Kid
Oh
leader.
yeah. Yeah.
Punchak, Noonie, Boost Chuck. Okay. Andre said, yeah, she's the oldest member. Yeah. So I feel like there's just this assumption that like you'll have the capacity. But I mean, it is hard. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that like people like, you think it's just like a title or whatever, and you like get to like just introduce yourself as a leader. But I mean, I think it varies from different groups. But I remember RM from Big BTS, he was talking about how he sometimes is the go between the companies and the members in terms of like their desires and wants, which is, a lot.
Yeah. Which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Reminds me of the winner slash icon survival show where winner's leader changed from to Yoon. Winner's leader is their youngest. Oh, I didn't even know that. I don't think I've ever like. I don't think I know the ages of the winner members. All I know is
You
Minho
know, really?
is 1993. But I don't know actually.
Who's the
Oh,
leader of Winner?
Yoon. Oh,
He is.
nice. Winner band, South Korean band. What? Oh, it doesn't have a member section? Somebody needs to
There you go.
overhaul this wiki page. When I said
Yeah, he's
hi.
the leader.
Oh, in 2010, the group's leader, Kang Sun Yoon, won. Oh, he was on. I forget how many people were like from like Superstar K and K-pop
Um,
Star and stuff like that. That was
when
such
did they
phenomenal.
change their names?
What? Who changed their names?
Winner.
Wait, they changed the name of the
Did they
band?
know their names? That's not what like, their names didn't used to be Hooney and Yoon, right?
I think it's just nicknames. Oh my god, you scared me. Right?
No, they're stage names. It says stage name. Well, at least on K profiles, it says he used to be Sung Yoon, and now he's just Yoon.
Dang, the artist formerly known as Sungyoon.
And then Sunghoon is Hooney, which what? No offense.
That
That's
reminds
such
me.
a nickname.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That reminds me of when the Wonder Girls went to America. They actually like had name like I don't want to say American names because it was just like simplified version of their names, but that they did under. So like Sunye was like Sun, and I think Yeon was Yenny. So they kind of like changed them to be more American friendly. I was like,
Oh.
ladies, we don't have to do this. I think Sunmi was Sun. No, she was Mimi. Right?
Aw.
I think so. I don't even know what Yubin. Maybe Yubin was just Yubin. It was a mess. I think so. He was just Sohee too. Wild. S Coops from 17 talked about that too. How he's a go-between for the Coop and the company's concerns. Yeah, so it's a lot of pressure. And if that's like not your strength doing that, and there's somebody who might be better suited, like I can see that like happening.
I couldn't do that if my group was that big though.
Yeah, oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
yo, no, not today.
Y'all go up yourself.
No.
Y'all have mouths, go up yourself.
Yeah.
Like
You are adults. You're full grown.
except like when they
You be out of
debuted,
this.
they were like literal teeth. Were they? I don't know. How old were they when
Oh yeah, they were like Brennan was like what, 50?
oh my God, I thought you
16?
said 50. I think so. He was like, I just killed
He's
Jojo Lee
50.
Andre. Not what is it? Something fun, not Han Golden Day. Akinda, Akinda. Okay, y'all, I butchered that. I just don't know the answer.
Akinda. Oh yeah.
Akinda. Oh, I miss that. That was oh, they were so cute and fresh. Monse, 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 yeah. Oh, I used to listen to that all the time.
They haven't been back in a while, have they?
They're waiting for the right time. They're waiting for you report where it was like BTS is now gearing up for a comeback. Like companies have been noted to change their schedule and they have been changing their schedules, their comeback schedules accordingly. Have you seen that? I was like, somebody's out here snitching on these companies. Like, mind your business, all right? They don't want no trouble.
Wow. Stop dragging companies.
I would be like that too. I'd be like, BTS is coming. Oh no, okay, we're turning this June comeback to August. I think they'll be done by then. I don't need it. Oof, Huni is just one letter away from a pretty promiscuous term. The leader of In Hyphen is the second youngest, and he's born in 2004. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm shook. I don't know if I want to be taking orders from somebody born in 2004. But then again, I probably wouldn't be in that group because I'm 100. Hmm. Did you freeze? Okay, never mind. You're good. Ojikjo Jojo ni ante. Yeah, I didn't know they had like stage names. I think that's so funny though because it's like um groups be having stage names and like stands like hardcore stands in the fan and they're like okay, thanks for the suggestion. Oh, Ajikto Jojo ni Andwe. Hold on guys. Technical difficulty.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
There we go. I was like, I have no idea what just happened to Discord, but it just like froze.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
and I was just like, okay.
I was confused. I was like, is she just being really still? Are we doing the Black Beatles challenge? A little throwback.
Like,
That girl
I
was a
couldn't hear you, so I was just like, all
oh,
right.
okay. And I was here just blabbling along.
Yeah, I like went to the YouTube and I was like, maybe I can like hear, maybe I can like try and talk. I don't know.
Speaking of trying and talking, this has nothing to do with anything, but um uh we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you everyone for coming back. Wait, did we miss something? Oh wait. Shoe minutes. Do you have a shoe minute for today?
Well, check out his teaser. And oh, he also is. Well, I don't know if I said this or not, but he's actually gonna be in the musical that I said whenever the last time I had a she minute was. So he actually took the role, and they actually released like a a little teaser of him as a character.
Oh,
So I'm excited for that. Hopefully they stream that instead of like unlike the military one where I had to look for scraps.
like a
Um
dog.
so yes, basically. So
Wow.
yeah. And then check out just EXO's teasers in general.
We're gonna be EXO stands, guys. Get your EXO stand cards out because that's what we're doing this summer. So yeah, Shimon's gonna be in the Korean version of Hamilton, playing Hamilton himself, the titular
What
character, if
play?
you will.
Oh, he's in Hades Town. That's what it's called.
Ah, oh, that sounds spicy. Okay.
Spicy.
And the last thing I want to say is, did y'all see Little Nas X ripped his pants?
I
Oh,
saw little clips of that.
it was funny.
I was confused.
I think his face was just really, really funny. And then like he was like supposed to do some kind of pole dance, but he couldn't like he couldn't really fully go out, which I thought was funny.
Oh no.
Oh God, Kyung-soo in the teasers looking like he did when he
Ooh.
debuted. How? Oh, I need to actually check out the teasers. I honestly am being a bad XOL. I mean, I need to look at the teachers. Oh, I saw aespa's Genie cover. Oh yeah, I saw that too. They covered Genie, which for some reason
I saw that. I didn't watch the actual performance.
I watched a bit of it. It was like a clip on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, hey,
Um,
girls, yes, get the good song, like do the good songs." I feel like people don't do G, like it's always G. People don't really give Genie its
mm,
due credit.
Genie,
So,
Genie is like the best to
pull
me.
my apple teeth. Yeah, I feel like it's always G or Into the New World. Um, no, not Into the World.
Yeah.
Is it? What was the one? Is
Is it Into the New
Da,
World?
da, da,
Yeah.
da, na, 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 na. Oh, that
Yeah.
is okay. That's Into the New World. Yeah. It's always those two that people promote, and I'm like, there's Hoot, there's the boys. There's I Got
Ugh,
a Boy. Like, there's so many iconic SNSD songs,
I got a
y'all.
voice. So chaotic though.
That's true. Um, it was the
Chaotic boy.
what is it? Galileo, Galileo, let me go. It was that.
Their Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, it was K-pop's Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'm surprised you guys don't treat it as such.
I mean, well,
Um,
there's so many versions of that now. Like,
mm.
there's so many K-pop songs that just started doing that.
That's so true. Oh
Like, I Don't Like
God.
Your Girlfriend was basically 5
Oh,
different songs. I
Bone Apple Teeth. I love that song. Um, I'm kind of here for the pants. Honestly, I'm gonna get myself a little like I'm like ready to show. Well, I guess what happened. At least show out in safe ways this summer. I'm gonna get the because the thing is that we were talking about this yesterday, on stream. The 2000 early 2000s fashion is back, and that's my
What was he
bag.
wearing?
I don't know. The kids are wearing it. I don't really care. I just really want to wear butterfly clips and those lingerie shirts.
Oh, I love clips, like the little clips on here. Oh,
They're great.
that is
So
the, yeah.
I'm getting my mule
Oh, he's wearing
sandals.
leather pants.
I'm getting my wide-legged pants or whatever. We're gonna have a
Oh yeah,
ball.
I'll go for that. I used
Hmm
to wear bell bottoms all the time. I don't know what happened to that. I don't know where any of my jeans went.
They
And
ran
now I just
away.
like I remember when skinny jeans were becoming popular and I was like, you can't even breathe. Like if you farted, it's over. And then here I am, like that's all I wear.
It's crazy, honestly. Because skinny jeans don't even make my butt look good. They honestly like make it
Yeah,
look
I look
flat.
disgusting. It makes my legs look like chicken wings. I
Yeah.
don't.
It's like, what? We were fooled. We should have just
Bamboozled.
So yeah, I'm wearing my wide legged pants. I'm wearing my mom jeans. I actually quite like the mom jean look though, because if my butt's gonna look
Hmm.
bad, at least let me breathe. Like if my butt's gonna look like soggy potatoes, I want to be able to breathe, right? So skinny jeans makes it look like soggy potatoes, and I can't breathe. That's not fair. So yeah, it's really, but I like the whole like very laid, loose, laid back because I feel like in the at least when I went to school, it was all about like wearing tight stuff. Kind of. Like the skinny jeans were
Yeah.
very, very tight. Not that you would wear tight shirts. Honestly, billowy shirts were more popular. But I like this tight bottoms, like just like looking like you just rolled out of bed look. I like it. Very college.
Yeah.
I'm late to my 9 a.m. class chic. I like to see it.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Gen Z. Don't bring the Juicy Couture sweat track pants back though. We don't need those. Those are really ugly. We can bring a
What do
little baby
those
fat
look like?
though. Let's bring a little baby fat.
Oh my gosh, baby fat.
That was cute. That was a whole moment. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna practice my powder baby blue eyeshadow to be able to apply that for the club. It's like we can't go to the club, unfortunately, but
Mm,
to the fake club.
not this year.
Yeah. Hopefully the trend
Maybe next
stays.
year.
Hopefully the trend stays, because I'll be practicing that. Um, Wait. Also, I never see anyone cover party. Heck, even you think. Ooh, you think would be a moment.
Ooh, or Catch Me.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that
That
would be
is
a
a
moment.
song.
Run Devil Run, that's another good one. Like there's so many good songs.
Mm,
And I love
Mr. Mister.
Oh, Mr. Mister. And I love SNSD Down. I think they're iconic, but there's also other iconic second gen girl groups that also have iconic songs. So even just stepping out of
Yeah.
SNSD, there's FX, Wonder Girls songs, Sistar songs. Like, y'all, come on, do better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to do better. Mm-mm. Well, I get with aespa because that's like their Sunbae, Sunbae, Sun. Dang, that's four
Yeah.
Sunbaes away. You think SNSD has ever
Oh
spoken to
yeah.
aespa?
I mean, some of them probably. Like Taeyeon.
Oh,
Like the ones that are still under SM.
that's fair. Yeah. You think Red Velvet has spoken to aespa?
Yeah.
Just
Like,
kidding.
they probably had to. Probably like, give them a rundown. What's your day like? Let them know.
Do you think TVXQ has ever spoken to aespa?
Maybe. I don't know. That one's a little, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Yuno's in jail though, so maybe just kidding, just
I
kidding.
just remembered that. I was like, wait a minute, what happened with that?
I think
What was wrong?
I think it was that he was not under arrest. He was under suspicion of breaking curfew. And then at first it was just like a
Um,
situation where he was just breaking curfew because he was at like a bar with his friend or some social gathering place with his friends. But then somebody came out with like details that apparently it was like a bar and he was fighting and he tried to like run away from the police when they came to arrest him for being, so it was a lot. But I don't know whether what happened with that, whether it was just like, oh no, that was just lies, or there was something there. But I know that they were like doing like a light investigation with that, so
mhm.
I don't know, I never follow stories. um Damn, baby fat, remember that? It was such an iconic brand.
That that rhymed. Sorry.
Kind of a rapper on the side. Little
I mean,
rhinestone
he didn't
jeans.
write it, but
All right, we're ending the stream here. Everyone, good night. Oh, okay. Before we go, ooh, baby fat shoes.
I
Any
remember
last
Ed
words,
Hardy shoes.
Jess? Any
Ed
last
Hardy
words?
shoes were my favorite.
What did Ed Hardy shoes look like?
A mess. They were a mess. But I would buy them
Oh,
anytime.
those like
All the colors, like
tattoos.
any different. Ugh, it was so nice.
This is
But then they
giving
stopped
me.
selling. And then no shoelaces. I think that's what really sold me, is that a lot of them didn't have shoelaces, and so I just had to slip it on because
That's
I'm not
nice.
a shoe type. So
That actually sounds great. Um, I love how SM is having different artists react to Taemin and Esper's new video. Dang, they're like, you
oh,
gotta
I
put
saw
in work.
Smokey.
Oh, she worked. She asked, reacted to Taemin or Espa.
Taemin.
Oh, he's like, y'all gonna earn your rent today. Now go watch that video. And they're like, yes. Um, it's crazy to think how so many of these new gen groups have yet to perform live in front of an audience or meet their fans in person. Oh, that's so true because like the
Mm.
pandemic. But yeah. All right, Jess, any last words before I kill you? I've been saying that too much in this. We're gonna get demonetized. Not that we get
Ooh.
monetized.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Words. I don't know.
All
Have a good night, everyone.
right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It seems like a lot of people like were present for this new day slash time, so that's actually really good. I'm excited. I thought everyone would be like, "Girl, on a Tuesday, we finna go to class tomorrow. Bye." So I'm really happy. I think
Learning.
just drop out. Like it doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang. And in terms of my schedule tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back on my Twitch account with my friend the Breakmaster. We have a weekly anime club now. Oh, maybe some of you guys don't know. So I started a weekly anime club, which is like kind of a podcast, kind of just like a discussion stream where we pick an anime like week by week kind of, and we watch it together, and then every episode we come and we kind of discuss. So right now we're watching Oran High School Host Club, and so last week we discussed episodes 1 through 4. So this week when we talk about the show tomorrow, we'll be discussing episodes 5 through 7. And even if you can't watch along with us, it's a great series. So whether you're into anime or not, I suggest you watch it. It's very fun, very funny. But then we'll be probably watching that, breaking it down by a couple episodes per week for kind of like the next 2 weeks. And then on the final day, when we're done discussing the last couple episodes, we pick a new show to watch. So if you're interested in having everyone watch a show you like, you might want to come on that. It's not going to be for a couple weeks, but you might want to be present for that day so you can force us to watch. I don't know. I was going to say something problematic, but
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Brotherhood. Well, either
Brotherhood. One. We'll watch both. We'll watch one. We'll just compare episode by episode.
Because you still haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't. Although somebody said that like Brotherhood's not necessarily better. A lot of people don't think it's not necessarily better.
Yeah, that's why I said either one. I was
okay.
like, I feel like I liked the first one because I first watched that. And Brotherhood, they're just different, but also the same.
Well, we might watch that. But yeah, so if that's something fun, I'll be over there at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And then finally on Thursday, it's Dookie Thursdays. We play scary games. Right now I'm playing Little Nightmares 2. We've been playing it for the past couple weeks, so we're like kind of in the middle of it. I think we're getting near the end, but who knows. So yeah, hang out on Thursday at, I think it's 9 p.m. EST. Jazz, do you have anything you want to promote?
Nope.
That's like me at the end of a Zoom meeting in work when they're just like, anyone have any other topics? And we're like, we just stare at each other for 5 minutes, and then we're like, I'm like, should I say no verbally or should I shake my head? Like, I don't know.
I feel so bad because my boss will do that and all, but and it's like not video call. It's just like a call, so no one's showing their faces, so it's not like,
oh gosh.
So it's just like quiet, and I'll just be like, should I be the one that saves us from this silence? But then my boss will be like, okay, well, have a nice day, everyone.
It's so awkward. I hate that. I'm just like, okay, it's almost over. Like somebody's gonna say something or somebody's gonna move on. But I try to be, but I'm just like, but the thing is when I'm only they're like, does anyone have any questions? And then it's like quiet, and then I'm like, none from me. I feel like a clown because like literally nobody else said that. Or like I'm like, oh, because I'm like, okay, I can't say nope because that means like it seems like I'm speaking for everyone. Like I'm like,
I don't mind. Oh.
But I feel so weird
because no one's saying anything. I was like, no, I think we're good.
What if somebody was just chewing something? They're like, wait, before they move on, I have to swallow.
Sucks for them.
And I'm like, no. Like on behalf of
I'm ending this meeting.
Like as soon as they're about to speak, like, okay. And they're like, no, I wanted to tell him the printer isn't working. Like,
that's why there's Messenger.
You're so cutthroat. You're like, you should have chewed your food prior to the meeting, Steve. All right, I'm tired of you bringing your pasta to the team huddle. But yeah, so Zoom etiquette and Zoom culture is killing me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you next time on that Dere Dos podcast. Yeah, I don't know. Tuesday, I mean, if Tuesday's good for you, I'm sorry. I like saying goodbye. Now let me have a 5-hour monologue. But I don't know. I really like Tuesday. All right, guys. Have a nice day. Bye. Bye. Okay. Bye, guys. Okay, good.